Okay, I'm recording now.
Nice. Right.
Yes, I can't believe that Batman is just the biggest asshole in Arkham Knight.
Mate, wait until you meet him in this campaign. That's gonna
Oh,
that's gonna make Arkham Knight look like a saint, I'm telling you.
I use guns. Morpha!
Yeah, he's gonna
That's
put
just Kane.
yeah. Came without a Batman mask. Well, yeah, he's just painted with a Batman mask
Exactly,
on.
Snake. Bruce Wayne is a Batman.
That's what
I-
people say in Gotham is that Batman, he's like Kane, isn't he? He's just copying him.
Kane is the new Batman.
Does anybody want to do a recap before we start?
Wasn't it Snake's turn?
We went to Metropolis after some wacky fucking hijinks.
Yeah.
Essentially, I killed General Mayhem, who it turns out is not in Batman's Rogues Gallery. He was in Kane's Rogues Gallery, and
I explained this to Snake on Sunday that he was like, "So what rubbish Batman villain did you base this on?" And I said, "It's one of my own invention." And he said, "Well, he's got an appropriate name." And I was like, "Thank you."
Oh, okay.
So General Mayhem is dead and gone, but that doesn't matter because we were sent to Metropolis to track down Deadshot.
Yeah.
We arrived in the city, and immediately we became the biggest arsehole tourists, because it turns out Metropolis is the city of the future, and there are robot cars, and the police are reasonably competent at their jobs, I guess. So we got in a taxi, and Swede was like... Well, sorry, not Swede. Frank was like, I don't trust no one but me to drive, and he bullied the robot, and I can't remember if he actually drove or not in the end. I don't think he did.
No,
No, but he did put out. He did use the robot's head as a ashtray.
We called
which wasn't called for.
We rang up the Wayne estate, and we, got a bit of money off of them, got a bit of scratch on them, so we could stay in the Gordian Knot Hotel, which, as the way of getting money goes, that was a Gordian Knot solution to staying in the Gordian Knot Hotel, was to just beg for money to be able to stay there.
Oh, and what was the reason we're staying in the Gordian
Because
Knot
we
Hotel?
knew that Deadshot was there for some reason.
Because lads found out at the police station.
Ah, okay.
Before they left.
And when we were there was a fight getting hyped up for this big alien dude.
Yes.
And I can't remember his name.
Dragar.
Dragar. He wanted to kill Frank Gibbs really badly. So I took Frank and fled, and we went to our room. So up there we ran into a reporter. Reporter was snooping around. He introduced himself to the sports reporter. I called his bluff. And it was, what's the sports reporter doing up here? He had a perfectly good excuse for, Dragar's downstairs and thing, but that broke through to him. Turns out that man was Superman, but he wasn't Superman. He was Superman's alter ego, Clark Kent, and we don't know he's
Wait,
Superman. Yeah, we don't know that in character.
Wow, okay, spoilers, Jesus.
It was like you were driving off the road and then corrected yourself and got back onto the motorway. But anyways, continue. What happened though? How do we know it wasn't? Did he open the door and find out he wasn't Superman?
Well, he was like, I'm trying to get into this room, and Kane, showing off in his style, goes, I know how to open doors, and he booted it open, which caused the gun to go off, which Kane heroically dodged out of the way of, allowing the man behind him to get shot. That man turning out to be Clark Kent, who's now bleeding profusely. We go in there, I patch him up, and we start investigating, and we find woman's clothes.
Hmm.
And
as well as some documentation relating to shooting Clark Kent.
Yeah. That's probably more important than the women's clothes part. Assumptions are abound that he's traveling with someone or cross-dressing, but all of these assumptions will later on be blown right the fuck out of the water. But before that, the window is blown the fuck out. As turns out, Deadshot's across the way, firing at us.
Oh no.
We gradually, one by one essentially, or one and then in two, after patching up Clark Kent, make our way over there.
Yeah. And
we manage to corner Deadshot. And a scuffle ensues. It leads up and down the building. Unfortunately, Theodore Holmes is dead. He is shot down by Deadshot as the chase kind of goes down the stairwell. Eventually, in printing room, it was. This was in the Daily Planet.
Yes.
We're in a kind of old room for storing printing machines and such. We managed to corner and disable Deadshot. Kane's about to execute her, as we find out. But
Yes.
Frank decides no, it's wrong to kill criminals. A bit of an argument ensues, but in this time, Deadshot manages to break free of her bonds and nearly escapes, only to come up against a wall of police outside.
Yes.
And ultimately, Kane is left unable to kill her. But now she can be questioned.
Very true.
Also, she recognized the card and revealed that there is a group above the Parliament that's pulling the strings even more.
Yeah, the name that she gave you was the League of Shadows.
The League of
But
Shadows, thank you. I'm gonna
just to
change it.
clarify, just in case, what she said was that she was sent there to shoot Wayne, but not execute him.
Yeah.
However, there was another sniper there on the day,
And
she
she
didn't know.
threw that in as a freebie. Was
Who she
shooting
didn't
that
know at the
guy.
time was working for the Owls.
So there's a conflict going on between the two.
Yes.
So League of Shadows wanted him incapacitated. Parliament may or may not have wanted him dead.
Yes, that is the question. Those are still lingering questions up in the air. There was a little bit more at the end, but that's okay. It was mostly finishing off Holmes's work, which was investigating into Dragar, who was actually a
mutant.
He was a mutated man who used to be a crim in Gotham City called Leon something.
We were led there by the dog.
Yes, the doggo knew where to go. His name was
Toby.
Alfonso Leon, a Gotham Underworld figure who was sent to death row, however, seemed to disappear along the way, and they had documentation of them basically smuggling him out and doing experiments on him. And that paperwork was handed over to ace reporter of the Daily Planet, Lois Lane, and the two living cast members were basically left kind of to figure out, well, what's going to happen next. Which we might as well start from there by asking some questions. But first, let's confirm what we know, which we kind of already did, which is 1. The Parliament of Owls is responsible for sending Lincoln March to shoot Bruce Wayne. They have agents across the city. One attacked the group in the Ice Lounge. He had his throat slit by Kane, and so far you're not quite sure where he is. The last thing that you heard was that he was in the morgue in the GCPD. He is a John Doe. They have no identification for him. Number 2. General Mayhem got his funding and direction from the League of Shadows, and you're able to figure this out from the 3rd point, which is Deadshot is responsible for the shooting of Bruce Wayne and the shooting of Lincoln March on behalf of the League of Shadows. Basically, the card that General Mayhem had was also, well, basically Deadshot was able to tell you what it was. However, the reason for why the Owls and the Shadows want to assassinate Wayne are still unknown. Now,
Probably just don't like him.
well, we don't. Maybe. There might be more to it, though. Now,
That's
second
probably
thing
just don't like
second,
it.
because it's been a little bit of a while, and I haven't been quite good at keeping a track of this, let us do a quick inventory check. And we're going to start with Theo, because his inventory is probably the most intransient at the moment. So, first things first, his pager. I'm going to say that will probably be given to Kane to take that with him to Gotham City.
Why Kane?
I don't
More
know.
trustworthy.
No, I'll tell you why, Kane, because Toby, the Chihuahua, he is given to Frank. Is
Ah,
Frank-
That's
is Frank-
for the
No,
best.
Oh, is it?
Frank's pops a cigar in his mouth.
Frank famously is a dog lover.
I
Not in
guess
that way.
he's better at keeping dogs alive than women.
That's
Yeah.
true. That his
And his dog smokes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So if any.
that'll suit Toby down to the ground. He'll take smoke.
Oh no, Toby doesn't. He's not going to be a pipe smoker though. He's going to smoke like Slims, like ladies' cigarettes.
Now, Toby will turn it down.
Oh, he's going to put his little paw up and be like, "No,
I can't
thank
believe
you."
Toby isn't cool.
Wow.
He doesn't like peer pressure.
He's gonna still get past the
He doesn't
passive
like being
smoking.
cool, is what you mean.
In regards to Holmes's wishes, because this was something I talked to Ben about while we were talking about new character stuff, the tape recorder has been sent to Barnaby.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Yeah, Barnaby's gonna be an interesting case when we get to him. The Gunbrella is because you didn't take that with you to Metropolis. Should I say that is currently in his apartment that he left in Gotham?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't imagine that he told the other. Did he tell the other two that this? He can if he wants. It is up to you.
Does anyone want a umbrella?
I know somebody who might like a gunbrella because he likes other guns.
I don't think that's really Kane's style.
No, Frank.
Yeah, but think of the pun material.
Yeah, but you know,
it's raining bullets in here.
Hmm.
We'll put that in the maybe pile then.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you what then. If you're not sure at the moment, then if you want it in future, it'll have to be a roll then. Okay. Finally though, your Theo's identification cards, including an organ donor card, money and clothes, are with his body at the Metropolis Police Department morgue, where it is currently sitting at the moment, because they are removing bullets from his body. They're doing some other checks as well, just to make sure there's no foul play. And essentially, he's on ice for a few days while they do that stuff. But
there wasn't no foul play. He got shot.
Just drop him in the Lazarus pit.
Well, we'll see about that.
This was a suicide.
Yeah.
Absurd. How do you
This
do
bullet seems to have been in a bit of a strange place. But the idea with that is that body will be sent back to England. They have done the check. Fine.
There's a Lazarus pit in England.
Probably, yeah. The Queen's got one. Frank, your car is out of the shop and parked at your home in Upper Kings. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Your gun is in the car dashboard. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I missed you, gun.
Your copious amounts of Wild Country tobacco are sitting loose in your car's trunk. Is that correct?
Of course.
Okay. And your identification and money are currently sitting in your pocket. Is that correct?
Frank feels for his pocket. I don't know, Mr. Narrator.
Oh no, I might have left those at home as well.
Oh no! Wait, they don't cast him.
But most importantly, and because this is the reason why I'm doing it, a cane. Your handgun was traded to meet with General Mayhem, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What did you do with the M16 that you used to kill General Mayhem?
That's back beneath the floor at the office.
Okay, let me make that now.
As is the shotgun.
Did he do that before he left for Metropolis?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. What did you do with that IC Freezer Company boiler suit that you borrowed to escape the limousine the other day?
Probably dumped it.
Okay.
Just binned it in a back alley somewhere when I was done with it.
Cool. Your shotgun's still at the office, that's fine. Your combat knife is still at the GCPD, because that was taken off you when you were taken in for questioning the other day.
Okay. I'm just going to remove that from my inventory then.
Okay. You may be able to get it back.
How did I have that for Mayhem then? Oh no, I never used it anyway, so it's fine.
You did. Well, this is the thing. I listened back to that recording, and you did say that you're almost about to pull it out, which I did forget about, but it didn't matter because he gave you a knife anyways. Speaking of which, the knife that General Mayhem gave you, what did you do with it?
That's probably in my house or somewhere.
Okay, you took that with you. Okay, Mayhem knife in your apartment. And then finally, your wallet is in your pocket, and you have a Black League of Shadows card, which is what you got from General Mayhem. You also have Tamir Hassan's limousine business card on you as well. And you also have 2 bullets. one that was pulled out of Bruce Wayne, and another out of Clark. So
I really need a bigger inventory fucking thing than.
two
What is
bullets. I mean, that's not going to fucking push you over. But
No, it's not about weight or anything. It's just about tracking everything.
that's the reason I did this. But that's okay. So we kind of know where everything is.
Yeah.
I will probably say for the start of this session, let's try and get stuff back to Gotham City just to make things a bit easier, and also to get to the new character who will be replacing Theo. But before we do that, we said that there was going to be a couple of extra days in Metropolis before you headed back, just in case the investigation went on longer. But considering how efficient the Gotham Knights are at solving crimes, they didn't really need it. So what I will ask is, before you headed back to Gotham City, I'm going to say that you were probably interviewed by the Metropolis PD, but considering the circumstances that somebody that you were traveling with was dead, and the fact that Superman seemed to have put in a bit of a good word for you, they weren't too keen to kind of investigate into why you were there. So it's kind of, they're not really poking into that at the moment. Potentially, is there any kind of between Frank and between Kane? What do you think? What would they kind of use? What would they say as an alibi for why they were, not so much for why they were there, but why they were at the scene of the crime for the for Deadshot, essentially?
Well, we're the Gotham Knights.
Okay.
I think Kane would just say sightseeing. Daily
Okay.
Planet's a institution.
Yeah, no, Frank is just gonna say, it was a company exercise. Trust.
I'll combine both ideas together and say that you were both in Metropolis for the fight, but seeing a scuffle happen in the Daily Planet building, you decided to do your civic duty and try and apprehend a vigilante, essentially.
Well, what's my standing with the GCPD? They brought me in because they thought I had killed Penguin. Then then there's a revenge hit, quote unquote a revenge hit against the fucking that mafia crime family, and they went, so did they assume, okay, so it wasn't Kane because they avenged the Penguin?
I'm
Like,
going
how
to
did
say,
that
if you
go?
want to know what your standing with the GCPD is, you're going to have to find that out once you get back to Gotham.
Okay,
However, your standing
right.
with the Metropolis Police Department is good to, not suspicious, but good to kind of like, if something were to happen again, they may kind of like, investigate into it. But so far, A-okay between the both.
Okay, yeah. It's just gonna be a question once we get back to Gotham, because it's like, hang on, we thought you were here. Why were you in Metropolis?
Yeah. By the way, who did you notify, or did you notify anybody about Theo's death?
I guess we'd have to ring up and tell Barnaby, but I don't think we knew any of his family back in the UK to inform.
No, but I imagine you probably would know that Barnaby would know them, and thus ask him to pass the message on. Okay.
Barnaby. I'm sorry.
Did you notify Barbara or Alfred about both Deadshot and Theo shooting?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think we'd have to feel that would be quite pertinent to them, considering they were the ones who brought us in on this.
I will say then, in that case, what they will say to you is to try and get back to Gotham at the soonest convenience, and before you even step foot in your office, to see them, essentially, as it is quite, what is the word that I'm thinking of? Not pertinent, but important. Yeah, because it's quite important, essentially. Time is of the essence. So, okay. That seems pretty up to speed, then. And I will say that as you're kind of traveling back to Gotham City, yeah, you kind of were able to have a few days in Metropolis to kind of... Oh, by the way, because you had a few days in the Metropolis to kind of rest and relaxate yourselves, heal any harm that you've taken since last session.
Yeah, let me just heal Theo up.
Yeah, let's get Theo back up to...
Theo just comes like, oh, hello, chaps. What's going on?
Pip, pip, what ho?
Hey, I just happened to land in the pool of green something, and I feel great.
No, you just needed a couple of days of bed.
He just needed to sleep off all those bullets, like Bruce Wayne. Yeah.
Bruce Wayne, who famously just recovered from having his spine.
Right, I will try to do this
He
as
did
quickly as
some
possible
sit-ups, and his spine was better.
yeah, his spine's feeling much better. I'll try and do this as quickly as possible because I've realised that the beginning of the session has been mostly me telling you stuff, but this is kind of important because you have been out of Gotham City for a few days, which means that you've got quite a few newspapers to look through to see what's been happening. The last thing that you had was the newspaper of Maxi Zeus being put away and Theo being crowned a hero for basically bringing him to justice and also saving that woman in a lift, even though he did put her in danger, but they don't know that. Yeah, you decide to open up the newspapers. And, well, the first newspaper you'll have a look at is the one from Metropolis, the Daily Planet, which Holmes's death is covered pretty, intensely. They kind of gave him a hero's sort of farewell for the work that he did. And his investigation into the Cadmus stuff did basically uncover a lot of illegal human experimentation and alien conspiracy that was responsible for Dragar. Daily Planet owner Lex Luthor, well, he has there isn't any kind of ties between him and Cadmus, and he's kind of washed his hands of it essentially. But most importantly for Kane and for Frank, they are not mentioned in the piece. It is mostly kind of written in a way that it was mostly Theo's doing, and he kind of died a hero in regards to trying to bring this news to light. But the Gotham Gazette is not quite as jolly as that, unfortunately. In fact, the first newspaper that you look at, it is President Ford's message to Gotham, which is drop dead. And that's in reference to he will not be bailing out the city, which is currently in the midst of bankruptcy. And this is while there's still rolling blackouts across the city and crime at an all-time high. As you read through,
I didn't vote for him. It's not my president.
Not my president. The death of Carmine Falcone has kicked off a gang war in Gotham between the remaining Italian families and weapons dealers.
Bada bing, bada boom.
It's almost like that warning was absolutely true.
Out of that, 3 civilians and 2 officers are currently dead from dead from crossfire, and there's no question whether that number has raised up. The death of General Mayhem has got a little bit of coverage and his kind of connections to kind of gun trade in Gotham, but there's no say. But there's no say on what has actually happened to the guns. There's nothing about whether the GCPD has got them all in lockup, so that's still kind of up in the air as well. Because Maxi Zeus got arrested, it's kind of done 2 things, which is one, it's kind of caused a bit of a class war in Gotham at the moment. People are now, sort of the lower classes are kind of turning against the rich and business owners. In fact, alongside the fact that there was a shooting in Crest Hill, that's kind of followed along to kind of a lot of looting up there as well. So a lot of established jewelers and banks and these old historic buildings
Do people
knocked
sing?
into. But there's another thing to this as well, which is now that he's out of the company and they're in the red, basically they've dissolved. So there is no longer any security in Gotham, or at least no security support, which has made it easier for people to hit these buildings. And another thing, Arkham Asylum's closed because they're not getting any funds. So essentially, all the serious criminals they've had to now push into Blackgate, where they're struggling to kind of keep a hold of everyone. But anybody who they kind of said was able to be integrated back into society, they've been let out. Including anybody who might have got a good word in from potential doctors who worked there at the time. But, that should be a problem.
Maybe a guy who Frank made a deal with?
Maybe.
Have we made everything worse?
But here's the big piece of news, though, and this is maybe most interesting to Kane. Sightings of Batman have been reported. He seems to be back on the scene.
Batman is back, man.
But I'm not quite sure why I'm clarifying this, because the 2 people don't have anything to do with each other. From what you know, Bruce is still recovering. So
yeah, it's weird that you'd throw that in after that.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why I meant. But yeah,
Batman. I remember those days.
So The two of you, you're back. You land in LaGuardia Airport after what has been a pretty tense couple of days for you. You went there on a Thursday, and I'll say that you're back on the. I'll say you're back late Saturday. Essentially, you've only really got enough time to maybe do a few small bits before you kind of have to start Sunday fresh, essentially. So what I will ask is for you two, what do you want to do? You can either go back to the office or you can respond to what Alfred and Barbara
We
said.
should probably go see them first as requested. I will also say you can throw the map of Gotham back onto the page.
Did I delete?
Yeah, it's
yes,
not
no.
here.
Wow, what a silly person. Right, let me
Silly person of you.
let me find that map. Nice.
Oh
and
yeah,
small.
I'm just gonna say when they travel back, it's just really awkward between Frank and Kane.
Oh yeah, they're not exchanging words like.
Yeah,
they
I
are
was gonna
fuming
say,
with each
considering
other.
what happened at the end of that last session, yeah, you two are kind of your relationship is rocky at best. If anything, you need a third guy to kind of help gel you back
Yeah,
together.
actually, Frank, that's the first thing Frank will do. He'll put up signs. Need third guy.
Okay, that's good to know. Right, in
It's a
that case,
horrible advertising initiative. You say I need a third man.
then, a third man needed for two strapping males. Nothing weird. Maybe move some boxes now and again.
Just
spend
fighting
many
crime.
nights together.
Brackets, no homo.
Hashtag no homo. Right, so you drive up from, I think, I don't know where LaGuardia would be on this map. So what I will say is that is towards the end of Bath, and then you head up through Kingston still. And as you drive through, yeah, you do kind of see a bit of a different Gotham. There are bin bags lying in the streets. There are some windows have been smashed in. There are a few more active gangs moving about a little bit more brazenly than they did before. But
Kane's gonna have a field day.
oh yeah, Kane's going to be in his element from here on. But you do eventually make your way up to Crest Hill, and you do make your way to Wayne's apartment. I will say that because you kind of rang ahead to say that, right, we're back in Gotham, we will be there, in the half hour. Both Barbara and Alfred are there, and they do invite you in. And what I will say is that the situation is noticeably tense, which makes sense considering the fact that obviously somebody has died.
Actually, Frank will go up to Barbara and just.
I was going to say, Frank, we'll give you we'll let you be the conversation starter on this. So, Frank, what do you
Maybe
do?
not great.
I'm
idea.
sorry, Barbara, but Theodore is dead. I knew you had an eye for him, but still.
Oh,
Oh,
why were we expecting anything?
Anyway,
Barbara's just kind of looking at you like that's really inappropriate, but she's just kind of like rubbing. She's just sort of like
he's
rubbing.
old. He's old, okay.
Basically, like her and Alfred are like on two
An
separate
old
chairs,
horn dog.
opposite ends of of this room, and they're just kind of like, this wasn't supposed to happen. We were just meant to investigate into what happened with Bruce Wayne. So we weren't. Somebody shouldn't have died on this job. And
No,
like,
they shouldn't have.
and Alfred's just kind of looking between the pair of you, and he's just like, listen, if we knew that these were risks, then we should have prepared a bit more accordingly.
We were going after Deadshot.
That's what I've been saying to young Gordon. At the end of the day, the boy knew the risk. He was going up against the world's greatest assassin. He should have prepared. You can't say that, Alf. He was a young man. He didn't know what he was getting in. Listen, I know you're upset about He's just down, okay? And he's just like looking between the two of you, and he's like, "Listen, what do you know? What did you find out there?"
Kane Kane's gonna produce the calling card, the card with the Chinese writing on it, and show it to Alfred.
He looks at the card, and being a well-traveled man, he does understand that Chinese writing. He says, The League of Shadows. Oh.
I seem to recall that name.
Actually, I don't. What does this mean?
The League of Shadows. Why did I write wanted Wayne dead? They wanted him incapacitated. Fuck it. But Kane basically runs for his. The League of Shadows hired Deadshot to incapacitate Wayne. Deadshot spotted Lincoln March, hired by Parliament, and decided to take him out before shooting Wayne non-lethally.
Are you telling me that Deadshot started a gang war in Gotham over Bruce Wayne? Barbara, please. Did she say anything else? Did she explain why she wanted to hurt Bruce? Did she say anything about what their plans were for trying to assassinate a mayoral candidate?
Was that explained or was that not?
She didn't explain.
Yeah,
that.
no.
Sadly, no.
Kane just shakes his head. No details yet, but it looks like more than a gang war. These are two big shadowy groups that are taking pot shots at each other now. Gang war is just the bottom level of all this.
We haven't got the manpower. How do we go up against two organizations that we have no idea? We're in over our head. Listen, Barbara, we don't stop now, okay? We don't let that boy die for nothing. We need to keep pushing at this. There is more to this than just the shooting. How can you say that? You haven't put anyone in danger on this. Those two guys there, they had to watch their friend die at the hands of an assassin in a city that he didn't know, in a country that he had never come from. Listen, Barbara, I know you're upset about this, but... And at that point, you hear a door swing open on the other side of the room.
It's John Cena.
As you look over, though, it is somebody that all of you recognize. I mean, how couldn't you?
My God, Theodore!
As he wanders into the room with bandages around his waist,
It's Batman.
a beard grown of 4 days of rest, looking absolutely fucked, it's Bruce Wayne.
Mr. Wayne!
So not Batman then.
And he puts a hand up and he just says, "All right, enough." And he looks at the two of you and says, "I'm sorry for dragging you into it. Believe me, none of this was my idea. This has gotten out of hand. No one was meant to die for what has happened." I
assure you, Mr. Wayne, Theodore knew the risk.
No, nobody knows the risks nobody puts themselves up against these ridiculous odds and knows what the risks of them are going to be. And he just looks between Alfred and Barbara and then whispers, "The investigation is off on this. We don't need to pick away at this anymore. We need to start wrapping this thing up, okay?" And Alfred's just a bit like, "Listen, I know this is frustrating, and I know, but no, Alfred, you don't understand. I made a promise after my mother and father died that nobody else was going to die on my watch. I am not going to put people in danger anymore."
You don't let us investigate. More people are gonna die.
Exactly, Mr. Wayne.
I don't care if I don't know the risks. I'll take them.
Allow us to help, Mr. Wayne.
If I don't take them, other people will have to do it. May as well be me.
Tell you what, Kane.
Hmm?
Roll.
I mean, you can ask for the stat that it actually is, which is smooth, even if mine sucks.
I want to aid a brother though in this.
Oh, really? Okay, roll smooth. Okay, you help out, and then Kane, you roll smooth.
That's with Bond.
That is with Bonds.
That's with Bonds, James Bond.
Da-da.
Sorry, I'll just. How many? Where the fuck are my Bonds? No, they.
It's just 2d6 plus 1.
Or 2
Or is
if
it
you have 2 bonds
bonds?
with me.
Oh yeah, you got 2 bonds now. So 2d6 plus 2. Did it?
All right, that's a plus
Did
one.
it?
Is it?
I can't believe I convinced
Hey.
Batman.
Well, you
Hold on.
haven't yet. I've got to. Is this? You're
Well, he
aiding me.
thinks I make good points, but it's like,
Okay, so what do you say to
Well,
help out?
what am I rolling?
Smooth with a plus
Smooth.
one.
Okay, smooth for a plus one.
Well, actually, no.
I needed
Oh.
that.
Fuck yeah, you got that with 7 to 9. Okay. Listen, I appreciate that you guys want to help out on this, but there's nothing more that can be looked into. These are two secret societies that we have no idea about. And listen, I know that you're a military trained man, and I know he's an experienced member of the force, but I don't. If the idea of you two being put in any more danger is, frankly, I don't want that weighing on me.
Who's gonna do it if not us? Some other cop? Who's gonna be more or less professional? Are you gonna do it?
He looks at Barbara and he's like, "This should have been done through the GCPD. That is how things work in the city. We don't go through vigilantes. We work within the law." Bruce,
Wow, hypocritical, Mr. Batman.
he's not Batman. He's Bruce Wayne. Oh, come on. And he's Bruce, we needed this. There's too much suspicion. What if there's owls that work within the GC? If that's the case, Barbara, I can trust you on this. You can investigate into this. We can't bring civilians in on this. Listen, guys.
hey now, who you calling civilian? Oh wait, I am a civilian. Sorry.
Listen, like I said, I'm terribly sorry about what has happened. There's nothing. It's impossible for me to try and bring your friend back, but what I can do is any of his funeral expenses, any kind of pain, like medical expenses, I can cover all of that, and I'm more than happy to pay you two handsomely for all the work that you have done. I can't even imagine the amount of investigation that you have done into this off your own backs, but I can't.
Mostly just kind of walked into the solutions.
Funnily, funny that.
Well, he doesn't. Bruce Wayne doesn't need to know that.
The world's greatest detective is flattering us, even though he
Yeah.
isn't. This is Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I know we can't put a number on, of what has happened, but you think of something big enough, and Wayne Foundation will pay for it.
Listen,
Well-
listen, Bruce. Every criminal, every dirtbag I have ran into in the course of this investigation has said something or other about this city heading for war. It doesn't matter if you say we're not involved, because we live here. We're involved.
Oh my god. Well, if I can give you the money to help protect yourself in these upcoming wars, then I will, but I'm not having you put yourself on. I'm not having you take a bullet for me like Theo did.
Well, I can either have your backing or not, but I'm still gonna look into this.
Well, I certainly can't stop you from doing so.
But you can say it's not your problem if I don't have your backing.
Well, I certainly don't want it to.
Well, you can't.
I don't want it.
do this
I don't
alone.
want my problem to be your problem.
It's everyone's
This isn't
problem.
your problem, Mr. Wayne. This is Gotham's problem.
Well, maybe hope.
Di-
Well, certainly I could have helped it as much as I can if I was running the mayor, but considering the conspiracy around this whole thing, eventually somebody may be able to dig this whole thing up. I don't think that I'm in any shape to run for mayor. Certainly not from Master Bruce. I think you're being a little. No, Alfred. I know what I'm talking about on this one. I'm not. We start over from this point on. Okay, no more investigations, no more conspiracies, no more working in the shadows. Okay, we're going to do this by the book. We will go through the police. We will do it. We will not do this like we're like the Batman or something.
This Bruce Wayne guy is kind of stubborn.
yeah,
He's a bit arrogant.
reminds me of Batman. He used to be stubborn. Well, speaking of Batman, have you heard? He apparently been cited.
Yeah, weird that. Yeah. Oh, do you actually say that out loud?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. The three are just kind of looking between each other, just sort of like, okay, that's nothing to do with us. So, But basically,
Everyone's
yeah,
just
that's what he's.
tugging on
That's
their neck collars.
that's the option he's
Is it
going to
hot
give
in
you.
here, or
Which
is
is
it just me?
essentially you can get a big old. Well, I think essentially what he's trying to say to you is that they're going to give you a big old payday, but that you're no longer going to be on their retainer for this. You two are going to be let loose to kind of, if you want to continue investigating this thing, then that's going to be on your own heads. But
What do we say, Kane?
I say we take it. Let's not have them. Let's not be shackled to them as we make our own way through it. I guess.
Ooh, is this how you play dirty cop? If so, yes.
Dirty cop.
hello, I'm dirty. Yeah, good cop, dirty cop. Where one's by the book and the other one just shits on the table.
They've clearly run out of need for us, so let's just take the money and put our heads down, I suppose.
I guess so. Well, Mr. Wayne, we've decided to accept your offer.
He goes and he shakes your hand and he goes, "You're making the right decision." So,
Oh yes, you are too, Mr. Wayne.
we're gonna make whatever preparations we can for.
I just mentioned, as they're shaking hands, Franks tries to like shake harder than him.
Okay, roll strength. Oh, roll might, please. A -1.
Kane doesn't make a
Is
show of
Batman
it.
just giving everyone a passive -1? Just take away 1 from that, so I get a 7.
Okay. No, I'm gonna say your handshakes are pretty much like on par with one another.
Wow.
Like nice, solid handshakes.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, Kane, yeah, you two also have nice, solid handshakes. Look, there's. I feel like I feel like a worded apology can only go so long for what has happened to your friend Theo. But like I
Yes,
said,
it was terrible. He was like a son to me.
he was like a son to you, weirdly. But like I
Just
said,
dead.
we will compensate you for what has happened, and hopefully that will keep your business running in these troubling times. And I suppose if you do dig anything up, and you may think that there is something that Wayne, either Alfred, or Barbara, or even Wayne Enterprises can help you out with your investigations, just let us know. But let's try and keep this a little bit. Try and keep our connections like tenuous from here. Yes. Wow. Okay. So yeah. So what I will say with that is then, in regards to
I just
money,
want to mention something.
yes.
Meanwhile, at the fucking Frank's home, you know how he has to like the row of dead wife photos.
Yeah.
He also has
Oh, he adds
like,
Theo to that now.
no, he has a section of fucking dead partners.
Okay, and he adds Theo to that. Oh, his dead partner list is like 3 times as long as his dead wives.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and
Oh no.
there's a lot of black guys.
Oh no.
Oh.
No.
Even worse. Okay. So, but yeah,
I
but
can't believe he
basically,
just drove right through that, Million Man March.
funnily,
hasn't
I like the
happened
idea
yet.
that one of his partners is like Martin Luther King Jr. Even though he wasn't on the police force, he was a politician, but he's just in his dead partners list.
He's just
I
like,
know.
shit, I have to make it to the I Have a Dream speech, and he just plows right through the crowd.
Oh no.
But basically, you get led out of the building by Alfred, and Alfred does lean over to you. He says, "Like I said, we're gonna pay you as much as we can to, cover the cost of the funeral and any business expenses. But you sound like you're pretty keen on getting to the bottom of this, right?"
Yeah.
And he just passes over a little piece of paper to you, and he's like, "Just if you want to talk to me directly, that's my line. Well, just if you need to know anything, or if I need to know anything, that's who you call." And he kind of does a little army nod, and lets you go for the evening.
Oh, I do also return during that thing. I do leave Theo's pager. Actually, no, I don't. I keep that. I keep
Yeah,
that.
don't. Yeah,
I need to
no,
give that
hold
to the
on.
next party member.
You're about to hand back that pager, and Alfred just looks at you. No, actually, yeah, no, but yeah, Alfred looks at it. He goes, he just shrugs his shoulder and signs. He goes, "Oh, you keep hold of that. We got nothing but them at the office. Who knows? Might come in useful."
Hmm. All right.
Right. Okay. And I would say that takes you up to kind of midnight, 1 o'clock-ish in the morning, which I guess I'll ask you to. What do you want to do? Do you want to head home for the night? Do you want to just wrap this day up? That sort of thing.
Frank goes, I understand if you want to resign from Gotham Knights.
No.
Oh, good, because I need the manpower.
Good, because it's good because your name's on the poster for the TV show, so you need to stick around.
I mean, it would have been good drama if I retired.
Oh,
I
yeah.
still need to, maybe I should.
It'd be good drama, but also really annoying for me to try and run that.
Yeah, and also my guns are in the office, so I can't quit yet.
What I will say is that anybody who's in the Gotham Knights gets to. The campaign is called Gotham Knights. The moment you're not in the Gotham Knights, that's it. You gotta go off and do your own thing.
All right, so, yeah, Kane just says that, and he just says no, and he turns and just walks away.
Okay, you head out onto the streets of Gotham for the
Yeah,
evening.
I'm gonna try and end that scene as dramatically as possible.
You grab a coat from somewhere and you put it on really dramatic, and then put your collar up really dramatically and walk home.
And we were also stood perfectly under a street light, and I just walk out into the darkness after saying no.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to hear. Frank drives home.
As you get enough distance between them, though, you do a really big fart that you've been holding in since Metropolis. Now that nobody's there. Meanwhile, Frank, what's your plan?
Well, he goes home. He's gonna put a Theo photo. He's gonna take care of the dog. He's like, oh, don't worry, little doggy. This is your new
Oh,
home.
Christ, I should have asked that. Did anybody take care of his dog while he was in Metropolis?
He has Margaret who lives next door. Oh, Murphy.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. I guess he just goes and collect. Is he going to go collect his dog from Murphy now, or do it in the morning?
Yeah, he's.
Sweet. We were so close to having a new Margaret to bully.
I'm going to say Murphy's
Oh,
not.
actually, Snake, you're right. Actually, no.
Okay. Do you want it to be an old woman next door called Margaret?
Yeah, his own neighbor, Margaret.
Okay, the only woman in his life who hasn't died. Okay.
Just wishes to.
All right. You knock on the door, and who's there?
Oh, Miss Margaret, it's me.
Does Margaret like you, or does she not like you?
She likes the dog.
But what does she think of Frank?
No, she kind of likes Frank's, but everywhere Frank goes, bad luck follows.
Okay, she opens the door on a chain, and she kind of looks through the door to make sure it's you and make sure that you're not with anybody. And it's like, Frankie boy, it's 1 a.m.
Oh, I was just going to help pick my dog. I'm back from Metropolis.
Oh, how did you get on in Metropolis, Frankie boy? You have a nice time over there?
Well, it was nice until Theodore died.
Oh, that's awful. Who's Theodore? Is he one of your sons?
He was basically my newest son. He worked at my Gotham Knights.
Oh, well, listen, Frankie.
Gotham Knights? Is that the porn place?
Oh, yeah, Gotham Knights. Oh, used to be that old strip joint. I used to work there back in 33. All those boys coming back from the war. Oh, I used to put a smile on their
33.
face.
How fucking late were they coming back from the war?
Early? Well, the war ended in 45. No, 45, didn't it?
Oh,
wait,
30.
hold on.
You said 30. You said 33.
I did say 33.
Man, World War I started and it just didn't stop for some of those poor fuckers.
Maybe they had another war. Maybe this was like a Wall Street war.
Is that forgotten 15-year war immediately following World War I?
It's the Spanish War that they were coming from. Well, Frankie, you should really put a funeral together for that poor boy. You should put out all the nines for him, or you should get a beautiful singer. You should invite all his friends.
apparently he's already getting that in his
He didn't
home
really
country
have
of
any
England.
friends. He had like one friend.
Anyway, oh yeah, and I had to take care
All
of
right.
the
Well,
new
here's
dog.
what was the dog's called? The dog is the dog Frank Jr. Or is it just called something else?
The dog is called Boomer.
Oh, it was...
No, he's not. He's called Frank Jr., I think. I can't remember.
No, I think I named him Hank.
Oh, here's Hank Williams Jr. for you.
Oh,
Big doggo bounces over to you.
oh, Hank, it's been a while. Where's your pipe?
The old lady produces the pipe, lights it for him, puts it in his mouth.
That's good. Now, Hank, because of circumstances, you have little brother now. Say hello to.
Yeah, the little chihuahua is like he climbs up the giant dog and like stands on his head like he's like taking dominance of him. The big dog don't like that,
Yeah.
but he's not going to do anything. But you can tell he just fucking hates that.
Frank pops a cigarette in his mouth. Yeah, he's one of those fancy cigarette smokers.
Oh, I've heard of those from France. Oh, that's classy.
Yes.
Well,
Unless you want to take care of this dog, Miss.
no, I don't. I don't want that, Frankie. I'm sorry. And she like slowly closes the door on you. As you try to offer her the dog.
As she closes the door, her fucking hat shelf falls on her head.
And now it's
Oh,
time
man.
for Toby to never come up again.
No, but Frank is like, yes, boys, you two are gonna live together. Come, Toby, welcome to your new home.
Frank, I guess you kind of make yourself a cup of tea. You sort of.
Tea?
Oh, I don't know. What does Frank drink at night? You don't drink coffee. He's gonna go
He's
bed.
gonna drink a glass of bourbon or something if he's a detective.
Okay, yeah. You pour yourself a nice tall glass.
Yeah,
of,
and then he
of red
he puts
Kentucky.
Theo on the fucking dead partner's shelf.
He puts it next to the photo of Theo. And yeah.
I have a bad feeling that one day Murph is gonna be here.
Some blues music starts playing.
The big doggo, you give him a big bowl of food. You haven't got a small dog. You haven't got a small bowl for Toby, so you get him like a shot glass, and you just put like wet
Yeah.
meat in there.
Yes.
Ugh. Oh, that image is hurting me.
And yeah, I guess you just kind of retire for the night, and eventually you head off to sleep. And
Yeah.
before we go to the next day, though, Frank, we're going to head into your head for a minute. We're going to go into your
Meanwhile, in
dreams.
Frank's head.
You're driving along. It's a pleasant sunny day. I think it's the late 1940s. It's an old open top convertible that you're driving. You've been on the force for a couple of years. You're settling in, and sitting alongside of you is your good old girl Christina, your third wife, actually.
Ah, yes, my
In
third
fact,
wife.
you know what this? You remember what this is? This is the fateful day that you let Toonces, the driving cat, drive the car.
Look, Christina, the cat can drive.
Oh, Frank, I really think you should put that cat away. He can't drive the car.
But look, he's driving a car right now.
Yeah, the cat's doing a pretty good job at it. Even though the car's kind of going off the road, it doesn't end as you remember. The car actually does stay on the road, and you're kind of going around the. You're going around the bend and having kind of a nice time. And she puts her head on your shoulder. And she says, "Oh, Frank, 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 Frank." You wake up. There's somebody standing at the end of your bed.
Frank pulls a gun on them. Who is it?
Hold on. Do you keep a gun in your apartment?
Yes.
One beneath
Really?
the pillow. Got to
Yeah.
be ready at all times.
With the safety off.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you
He
pull
calls
a
it the
pistol out.
switch alarm.
Let's see some bits in chat for the pistol underneath my pillow. The figure puts his hands up. You can't
The burglar
quite,
alarm. That's what I meant.
you can't quite make out who or what it is, though. Apart from the fact that it's wearing a large hat, like an old crooked witch's hat. Seems to be wearing kind of.
Identify yourself.
Oh, You can't say you don't recognize me, Frank. It's me. It's your good friend. What's his?
Oh my God, it's
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
I'm gonna say it's in the your bedside lamp.
It's Seattle's favorite radio presenter, Dr. Crane.
Oh.
Hey baby, I hear the blues are calling.
Oh wait. Do I know you?
You recognize him though. In kind of old tattered clothes, like an old like a guy with a big old orange bag over his head, almost like a pumpkin. Eyes are carved out and a mouth through stitching. And you kind of see like almost like a kind of a red glow behind it that sort of lights up his teeth and his eyes. And he goes, "Can't say you don't recognize me, Frank. I only saw you the other day."
Oh yeah, now I remember. You were at the asylum. The same bloke.
No, I'm not insane. That's why they let me go. After what you said, they said that I could go, that I was...
No, I said sane. Sane.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They said I could go because you said that I was not insane. I was sane, Frank. They let me go.
I said you were the sane bloke.
But as you're talking, he's kind of like Neil walking over the bed, so he's kind of like getting a bit close. You gotta help me, Frank. I'm having a problem. I'm having a problem that I think you can help me out with.
What is this, and what are you doing in my house? Looks at the time.
Oh, I don't get a lot of sleep, Frank. I'm always thinking. I'm always having ideas, Frank. Always having ideas, and you know, I ended up. I asked one of those guys at the police station where you worked, and once he stopped screaming, he was more than happy to tell me. So here I am.
Stop screaming! Oh, this must be the costume. You know, it isn't Halloween.
Oh well, it's gonna be Halloween soon, but I need to wear my skin, Frank. I need to wear my face, Frank, because I'm ugly underneath, Frank. I don't know whether you know this, but no, you don't want to see what's underneath this mask, Frank.
We all understand. I understand. We all get it.
You're like slowly like playing with your gun while he's kind of like got an eye on it, like he kind of knows. So, but he's gotta help me, Frank. I got out of Arkham Asylum, and I've been telling people that I'm sane, Frank, that I'm all there, but they're still saying that I'm crazy, Frank. They're saying that I'm not all there.
Who's calling you crazy, Crane?
He throws a copy of the Gotham Gazette onto your chest, and it's one of the copies that you were reading actually on the way over. It's the one that says about Arkham Asylum closing. In fact, above the headline it says "Madness reigns as Arkham Asylum is closed for business." And one of the most prominent pictures on there is the Scarecrow's mugshot. He holds it up next to his face. He goes, "They're saying I'm crazy, Frank. They're saying that I'm nuts, that they put me in that asylum to rot away. Not that I'm better, like you said, that I'm sane again."
Yeah, no, that's just crazy talk.
You saying I'm speaking crazy, Frank?
No, I'm saying that they're speaking crazy.
Good. You agree with me then, don't you? So you can go to the Gotham Gazette tomorrow and you can clear this whole thing up for me, can't you, Frank?
You kill people and you don't have to deal with these problems.
Kane, fucking go home and stop hanging out my window.
Yeah, Kane's like underneath your bed, like the fucking like monster under your bed.
Got an M16 trained on his ankles down here.
What do you say, Frank? You gonna help me because I'm starting to. If the people are saying I'm crazy, I'm starting to believe I might be crazy, and maybe I might have to start using my fear gas again, Frank. I might have to use it on you right now just to make sure it works.
Well, first off, don't use your gas. I too have had fear gas problems, but you know.
Is that what he calls it? His fear gas problem?
Yes. You know, just stop. Don't eat as many beans.
That summer where all I did was eat beans, and all I could do was fart. So you're gonna help me then, Frank? Are you?
Sure. Can you just forward? Can you just take it via Gotham Knights then tomorrow?
No, No, Frank, I got a problem, you see, because people think I'm crazy. They don't like seeing me out on the streets. They throw tomatoes at me. They try and rile me up. I like to be up at night. I like to think at night. I like to sleep during the day. So, and I don't, in fairness, I don't really like that guy you work with, the military man. He seems a little bit trigger happy.
Oh yes, he
He
he's
is.
he is. He
So-
reminds me of young me.
So maybe that's why I'm not going to come to the Gotham Nights tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow night. Maybe I'll come to you. Maybe I'll come to your room again. Okay? Wouldn't that be okay, Frank? Wouldn't that be okay if I come here tomorrow night and make sure that you've told the people at the Gotham Gazette that I'm not crazy?
I mean, it's a bit rude. It's a bit rude, Kane, to just storm into people's houses.
It's a bit rude, Kane. Okay, oh, Crane.
Slip of the tongue, because Kane just always breaks into Frank's house for some reason.
Frank, I'm here.
Why?
I need to borrow some milk.
Well, I knew you were a friend, Frank. That's the thing. That's why I let myself in, because that's what friends do, right? And that's why you're going to help me tomorrow, right?
Yeah, sure. Now let me go to sleep.
Okay, all right. Sweet dreams to you,
Frank,
then,
you
Frank.
should be in this paper, not me.
He kind of like he like cackling to himself as he like pulls up your window and just starts to like climb out like a big old dandy long legs down your fire escape.
I like to think because Frank has just an aura of bad luck. One of the bricks break loose and he falls down.
No, I think his bad luck is gonna mean that he won't do that.
No,
luck
his
is
bad luck
luck.
is that he pulls on a brink and that somehow makes him more powerful. I don't know. Yeah, no, he walks away like a Tim Burton like cartoon until he gets into a car and then drives off like a normal person.
What have I missed?
Not much. Basically, the Scarecrow has asked Frank to clear his name of the Gotham Gazette.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But good news, though. It is now the morning. Dawn has broken, and I imagine that both of you now want to go back to the Gotham Knights.
Yeah, Frank, he drives there.
Kane has to
he brings
take the bus
You know,
or take the train. Probably
he
the
brings the
train.
dogs with him. Boys, I had the weirdest dream last night. Yeah. Oh, it was like this Jonathan Kane fella.
Woof.
Yeah, he broke in and wanted me to do something. I don't remember. He says as he drives past the fucking newspaper agency. Oh well, it was probably nothing.
Sitting behind the desk, taking phone calls, is somebody that you don't recognize.
Frank pulls the gun on them. Who are you? What are you doing in my office?
It's a young Asian man, middle-length hair, not a bad build on him, and, well, why don't we let him introduce himself? If you're there. Ben? Ben,
sorry,
you're
say-
muted. Ben, oh, okay.
Sorry, what was that?
Introduce yourself.
Okay.
They've walked into the office, you're behind
Okay.
a desk, you're taking phone calls currently.
Okay.
Mhm.
Do I introduce myself to them? Like just
Yeah.
Yeah, two men have just walked into the office. What did one of them produce a gun?
Yeah, Frank did. Kane is just like standing there with just like looking between the two.
hold on a minute. I have a call. Okay, what was that?
Oh, you.
All right, Kane does
else.
walk up. Kane like walks over to you and grabs like the phone and puts it back on the receiver.
Good idea. Thank you.
Yeah. You're in our office, buddy.
Hey,
Yeah.
I was talking to Mr. Sherman.
Sherman who?
Oh, Mr. Sherman. John Sherman.
You know
You want to explain why you're making calls in our office?
I'm not making
Chinese
calls. I'm
of-
just receiving them.
Chinese takeaway is in front of this office.
Dang,
Yes,
nice
but,
racism, powerful.
No,
Like,
you
Kane
see,
just turns and says, "Good racism."
Bravo.
but you see that Barney guy. He when he left, he asked me to take over in here.
Oh no.
Barnaby?
Barney, yes.
Who is Barnaby?
He worked here, did he not?
Kane, do you remember someone named Barnaby working here?
Yes, I do.
No, okay. Frank holds his gun. What did you say, boys? He looks at dogs.
Oh, the little chihuahua perks up looking at this guy, and he bounces over and he like jumps. We can't jump into his arms because I feel like he would need to jump like 10 times his height. But he like starts scratching at your leg. He's, like he's got a fond spot for you, whoever you are.
Ah, good. This one is Toby, yes?
Yes, that's Toby, and this is Hank. He points at the dog who's smoking.
Ah, I see. My name is Lei Fu. My parents own this place, the Egg Foo restaurant.
Oh yes, the Fu family.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And you two are, oh, what
The Gotham
were your names
Shites.
I'm Frank
The Gotham
Gibbs.
Shysters.
I'm Frank Gibbs, and this is Kane Colt. We're the Gotham Knights. Oh, this is Hank, and that's Toby.
Yep.
Ah, yes, I've heard all about you and your escapades.
I was going to say, does he read the paper?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did he read the paper where it said that fucking Kane was the Star Spree killer? The Star Squared Spree killer.
Well, didn't they update that thing? He wasn't, or
Okay, yeah, no, I guess they did, but
They have a
still...
redaction, but who reads the redactions?
Oh no, you read the paper afterwards that did clear him, but I mean that's still
Yeah.
that's still stinging in your mind. Like, you know that he's
not going to be like, oh, did you kill those guys, by the way?
So, what was it like killing the penguin?
I'm so sorry to hear about what happened to Holmes.
Yeah, he was a good boy. He died.
He did die, yeah.
As you're kind of talking though, like people are starting to line up, kind of outside in the kind of the waiting room outside your office, which is suspicious because usually the people are lining up there because they think that's how you get into the restaurant. But no, they're actually asking to get into the Gotham Knights. I mean, Lee, how busy has it been since these two left for Metropolis?
Quite, yeah. No, I think there've been a lot of people back, and he's only recently taken over. So like, he's been watching people go in and out of, like, Barnaby dealing with everyone, but now that he's doing it, it's been overwhelming.
Essentially, if you were to roll give me the third degree on him, I would basically tell you that what he is telling you is correct. Barnaby has entrusted him with running the business at the moment. Which, I don't know, maybe he respects him enough, thinks that he could do such a thing, but hey ho.
Hey ho, ha ho.
Ho ho. But yeah,
oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
So you fight crime here?
Yes.
More or less.
You. This is going to be quite a selfish request, but would you mind if I tagged along a little and maybe helped you out?
I mean, we are looking for new people.
I may not seem it, but I can help support you a lot, and I know my way around criminals. I'll put it that way.
He
I
seems
know
like
my
he
way
could...
through them, so that'll be useful.
Yeah. In that case, then I suppose there's only one way to really bring him into the group, and that is to give him some sort of, say, paging device. But that is up to Kane.
Kane throws like the paging device like on the desk and says, "Frank says you're in. That'll come in handy."
He's looking at confused.
It's a pager.
He doesn't.
Kane runs through the explanation of what a pager is so that we can all be up to speed.
And also explains the different signals and stuff that you use to use the pager. So that's fine too.
Yeah, cool.
So, I guess with that, Lee has joined the party.
I think it's Lay.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I've been saying Lay. I don't know if that's
Lay
right.
joined the party. And with that, we got ourselves a new character in the Gotham Knights mythos, Lee Fu, son of the people downstairs who own the Egg Fu
Can't wait for
restaurant.
all the racist comments from Frank.
I thought you were going to say I can't wait for all the racist impressions from the GM, which, oh, don't worry, they're coming.
No, those are coming from Ben.
It's not that bad.
It's okay. I'm
It's
not.
Corsten. Not Corsten.
Yeah, Corsten was deeply
Derek.
racist, though.
I mean, he was always in blackface. Oh no, wait, that was serious. Never mind.
Hello, and then someone walks in. Oh, hello. I was here. I was trying to find Gordon.
Not quite that, but I'm assuming. Right, are you open for business now? Are you just ready to
Yeah.
start taking some
Gaines
calls?
back in his usual place, which is basically in a chair at the back of the room reading a newspaper, looking
newspaper.
like muscle.
Oh,
Now
right.
Lay is Lay's headed up. Lay's sitting on a chair and he's got his he's got his accordion out.
Oh, interesting. Okay. What are you
Yeah.
doing with the accordion?
Oh, he's just playing a
Okay. Throughout the streets of Lower Kingston, you hear the angelic sound of as he plays a loud
It's so
accordion.
relaxing.
And yeah, so first things first, you get your first person through the door. And
Hello, I'm looking for Gordon.
hello, I'm looking for Goddan and Castan. No. But it is somebody. Well, actually, I don't know if Lay, you might recognize this guy. I don't know about the other two though, because they don't seem that much into popular music. Although they might recognize him for another
Oh yeah,
reason.
all the big accordion players that are really popular.
Oh, hello.
That's a cool accordion you got there,
my
mate.
name is Gordon. Trying to look for Sirius.
There's a little guy in a suit with glasses behind him, but kind of walking into the room is a big old gangly looking fella, pale, wearing a denim jacket, denim jeans, denim shirt, denim shoes, but a kind of a mess of blonde hair on his head. And the most interesting thing about him is heterochromia in his eyes. One is blue and one is brown. And he puts out a hand and he shakes it. He shakes yours, Frank. He goes, "Hello, my name's David Bowie."
David
that's awkward.
Bowie. It's a weird name.
David Bowie.
like
I am
a knife.
a huge fan of your work, Mr. Bowie.
Oh, thank you very much. Who are you?
My name is Lay.
Well, ask him about his friend
I'm just an
Tupac.
accordion.
I mean DMX.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you ask him about DMX for me? You
How's
probably haven't
DMX
told him
these
yet.
days?
Who's DMX?
Wow.
Listen, you're the Gotham Knights, right?
yes.
Yes.
Well, that's great because I think you can help me out with something. And he sits, he kind of walks around. And he's like, "Have you got anywhere I can sit?"
Yeah, sure.
He sits on Hank Williams Jr. He sits on the dog. It's like the chair that you can offer him. It's the big
No.
dog.
I think
No,
Kane
no,
has to
he
get up
ca-
and push his chair forward at this
Yeah.
point.
By the way, how was your night at the Iceberg Lounge?
Well, actually, that's what I'm here to ask a couple of questions about because, and he produces the paper of the Starsbury Killer. Apparently, I was in this club the other night, even though, well, as David Bowie, I'm pretty sure that I wasn't. In fact, I was over in London recording a few things, and turns out that somebody who looks like me was at the Ice Lounge, and he kind of looks between the two, and he's like, "Well, and I know you two were there, so." I mean, did you see me at the Ice Lounge?
That guy's that was yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah. Do you know something about this?
Kind
Bowie's using his heterochromia eye powers to beam lasers at you.
Kane is completely uncertain. Were we ever made in on the ruse that we did learn
Yeah,
that
you
wasn't
definitely
yeah
were,
we
'cause
did.
I was at the fucking restaurant with you.
Yeah,
He
it's
has
very.
got-
Okay, so that was a guy
Don't be
disguised
mad.
as you, yeah? He's not here anymore.
He's
Right.
dead.
And where is he?
He's in London, I
he's in the
think.
Morgan metropolis.
Oh,
yeah,
you're
he's
actually
dead.
gonna out him as Holmes. Oh,
Yeah,
Wait.
I don't see any. I don't
Damn.
see any blowback for that.
I get that he's
It's-
dead, but
Wait, are you telling me that that little lad that used to dress up like Sherlock Holmes pretended to be me at the Ice Lounge?
Yes.
It was important. It was important for the investigation.
What investigation?
The investigation into criminal activities going on in Gotham.
Right, but why did he dress up like? Why did he dress up like me?
I don't know. I'm not him.
Think
Right.
he just picked you because you're hip with the kids.
Well,
Yeah,
I
he
have
had
feared
a,
that
and he
they
had a
are.
bit of a you look going on, so it wasn't too hard.
Well, I just want to let you guys know that I've currently got investigations up my arse, wondering what I was doing at a shooting in Gotham City. So you certainly haven't made things easier for me. And he's just kind of leaning back, and he's like, "Well, seems that we're in a bit of a pickle here. So I guess either you can tell me what you were doing investigating there and give me a bit more detail so I can cover this whole thing up, or I don't know, maybe I'd go down to GCPD and see if they can dig anything up."
Well,
What are
we
you
told
gonna? I'm just trying to work out what the fuck is the fuck he's gonna do with that information beyond us being impersonated.
Oh
Don't
yeah, I
don't
mean, that's a criminal offence, especially if it's related to
It's
related
not
to a
fucking
criminal
his problem though, and all he needs to do on his end is produce receipts that he wasn't there, not go fucking somewhere, not go to the other guy.
I know. And either
Kane-
way,
Yeah, Kane just says, "Don't you have evidence you weren't there? Because that seems more reasonable than coming here."
roll, give somebody a third degree, please.
Okay.
Oh no, why would that make any sense? Roll brains, just roll straight brains. on
Straight
him.
brains.
He's looking a bit panicked as you say. He's like, of course, I'm David Bowie. I'm one of the biggest pop stars in the world. Of course, I've got evidence that I was in a different city on a. And he's kind of looking at him. He's like, all right, okay, all right. Maybe I might have been going through Gotham City at the time. Maybe I would. Maybe maybe I was hanging out with my friend Iggy Pop, but I wasn't at the Ice Lounge. And we all know that because you've just told me that I wasn't at the Ice Lounge.
Okay, so are we done?
He's kind of looking a bit panicked. Well, I suppose I was going to sign some autographs if you'd given me more of a straight answer than that, but let's just say I'm not really in the mood for that anymore. So,
Frankly, I'm okay.
Really?
mm.
not just one autograph.
He looks at you and he's like, and I suppose you don't know anything about it, do you?
Oh no, I have no idea. I'm just a big fan, of Mr. Bowie.
Guys,
Okay,
David
roll.
Bowie's a bit of an asshole.
Roll charm and social grace to see if you can get a thing from Bowie.
No.
He shakes his head at you and he's like, all right, we're out. And he kind of clicks his fingers to the guy in the seat. He's like, well, I'll be keeping an eye on you three, all right? Any more nonsense, and maybe I might put a phone call into the GCP, right?
Right. Who was
Wait, do I start at level 1 or 0?
one?
One.
That's 6 XP for the first level
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
And as he's walking away, he's talking to his manager. He's like, "I'm gonna write a fucking song about those boys. I'm gonna do them proper." You know? And he leaves the building. And following after old David Bowie is another celebrity, but actually, no, you haven't. None of you met this person, but somebody who
Oh
did.
no.
And he walks into the room in his big black overcoat with his little slick blonde hair. He's like, "Gotham Knights, I've been knocking on your door all week. Where you been?"
Metropolis.
Wait, so Lay's seen him then?
No.
Well, he's
Oh,
been
yeah.
knocking on the door.
Okay. Good question.
Well, no, because like if he's been coming to them to see if they're
Oh,
there,
no, but
like-
Donald Trump is also a massive bullshitter, so.
Okay.
We've
But you can say that if you want.
But I've been here the whole time and I haven't seen you once.
Oh no, no, I've been here. Oh, I've been here in the mornings. I've been here in the evenings. I've been here all day. Every time I've come here, your partner has said that you've been on lunch breaks, so that's why you haven't seen me, kid. Okay, like I said, I'm always busy. I'm always at things. So just listen to me. Well, listen, where's the British kid? Where's Sherlock Holmes?
He's dead.
What, like dead tired,
No, dead.
dead weight? What do you mean, like dead in the ground, dead in the morgue? What?
Yeah, morgue.
DEAD.
And he
Expired. No more.
being the ever empathetic Donald Trump, he's like, "Oh, that's sad. Oh, terrible to hear that. Oh, my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you as well. Whoever you are, you two dogs as well. Oh, I remember you, small dog. You were there. You were there when me and Theo were there. Listen, anyways, doesn't matter. He don't matter anymore. Okay, he's out of this. But guys, I have got a job for you. Okay, I have a big paying job. Do you want to hear it?"
Sure.
Okay, listen. So the thing is that I want to build a casino in Gotham City. Okay, it's going to be the first casino of its kind. Yeah, it's going to have my name on it, bright gold letters. It is.
What are gambling laws like in Gotham?
Here's the thing. So obviously you can't really gamble in Gotham at the moment, but I'm working on that. I'm talking to people. I've got a guy. I'm working on a governor. I'm talking to him. We're gonna smooth this all out. Brucey boy, old Brucey Wayne. Once he's back on his feet, I'm gonna make sure that he can get gambling into Gotham City. But I'm thinking, while I've got the idea, while we're hot, we can get some things moving. And I know exactly where I want this place to be. I got a beautiful square cut right out for it. Just one problem with it, though. It's not a big problem, though. Certainly not for you guys. You are fast movers. You are fast thinkers, yeah? We got a couple of squatters in there, but they're not meant to be there. That is not their ground, okay? That is land that I have paid for, that they have moved into. And all I need you guys to do is move in there and just say, bye-bye, go away, this isn't your land. Or, I don't know, maybe you could find some paperwork, maybe get the GCPD, they don't want to go down there. They're like, "Oh, Donald, it's too sad. I'm not going to go down there." So I need some guys who get things done. You are guys that get things done.
What do you mean by sad?
I don't say sad, kid. I don't get sad, okay? But this isn't sadness. We're building a casino. We're bringing fun to Gotham, yeah? Smiles in Gotham.
Why won't the Gotham police touch it?
Because they're too afraid, kid. Because they're up to their eyeballs in crime. I don't know whether you noticed this. The entire city is falling apart. Yeah, that's why we need a casino in here. We need to cheer people up. We need to give them something to live for. Okay.
You do realize that there are like squatters' rights, right? You can't ask a detective.
Squatters' rights. The right to get off my land.
All right, could you get off of ours?
Oh, he's not in. Oh. He looks at Frankie. I know you want a big payday, yeah. You want a job, yeah. You want to work for me. I can help you out, yeah. You do a job for me. You will have jobs for life, yeah.
What?
I mean, it might be worth having a look. Maybe assessing the situation ourselves.
Get out, you weird from.
See this kid here. This kid gets it. This kid, he's a doer. He's not a donkey. Not like him over there. When I came in, he was daunting me. Now you are a doer, kid. Here, the address is down in Bath. All right. Sooner you can get this done, sooner you can get a big payday from old Donald Trump. Okay.
Sure, we need work.
Okay.
What's he saying?
He just puts a big old bit of paper in your hand and he's like, "All right, kids, I'm busy. All right, I'm making money. Okay, business never sleeps. Neither does Donald Trump. Okay, I'm out of here." And he leaves the office, like you've just been in a nuclear blast.
Yeah, Kane is just like in the corner, just like with a. Usually he has a very stoic expression, but he's just blinking a lot, like he's trying to fucking clean his eyes out. Like, I feel I've just been hit by a flashbang several times.
Similar.
A small head points around the door and is like, "Can I come in now?"
Yes. Sure.
Another one.
A 6-year-old, no, more like a 8 to 9-year-old girl walks in. She's wearing a pink princess dress. She's got a bob of blonde hair, and back in a few minutes. Oh. In that case, then I will pause for a few minutes while we are waiting for.
Oh wait, games. Just so you know, I still have a.
Yeah, I
Wait,
know.
who's back in a few minutes?
I thought you were back in. Oh, you
No,
Yeah,
said
that was
that was
like
posted. That was posted.
40 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to finish soon, do you, Swede?
Yeah. No, but in like an hour.
Okay, that's fine. This is going to be fine in an hour.
Yeah.
Anyway, so a little 9-year-old girl walks in wearing a pink princess dress, one pig. She points at Lay, and then she says, "Excuse me, Mister, but I think you have my dog."
Uh,
Oh, this is easy.
Wow.
Wait. What? No. Like, little girl. This dog pointing at. He thinks she's talking about his dog. This is my dog.
No, not the big one, the little one. That's my dog.
No,
My
little
name-
girl. That's
my name
Theodore's
is-
dog.
My name is Sissy Walker, and that's my dog.
this is
Toby.
Toby, is it not?
Is
Um,
this true, Toby?
No, his name's not Toby. It's Rex. Yeah, that's his. Yeah, that's my dog. My dog's name's Rex, and that's him.
He doesn't look like a rat.
Wait a minute. She sounded like she doubted him. Doubted for a
Do you want
moment.
to roll to doubt this small child, Swede?
Yes.
Give someone
Give-
the third degree.
Give this. Tell you what, give this child a third degree of a +1 because she's a tiny child.
Oh,
Fucking
that's
wreck
smooth.
this kid's shit.
That's smooth, Rice.
No, it's brains.
Brains.
Oh,
Give
Does
someone
anybody
the
want to
third-
help his brains?
No, I'm not
I can
helping
help.
him own a child.
Never mind, I'm not helping anything.
You can't. You're not giving this girl shit.
So I want fucking Frank to be destroyed by a child in a battle of wits.
Snake.
Oh, Mister,
Snake.
you need to
look-
give me my dog back, okay?
look at
He's
the
been gone
water.
for days. Okay, I want my dog back.
Oh.
Look,
It is her dog. Wait.
he goes up to her and says, "I know this is tough, but if you've lost your dog and you can't find it, you can't just go around asking for other people's dogs.
No, that's my dog. I'm telling
No,
you.
I understand you're grieving, but
No, we're gonna have to do it. You know, I think I saw this once happen. He puts Toby in between him and the girl.
What?
You know that thing where you put
Oh,
the
and
dog
see
in the
what
middle and
Toby
see where
does.
the dog goes.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Roll
Well,
roll
dog,
roll animal tricks with whatever, I guess, because you don't have. Well, I guess technically he's now your dog, Lay. So roll 2d6 for +1.
Wait a minute, we're fighting to make sure a child doesn't get her dog back.
They don't want us to get
Yeah.
the dog back.
This is fucked. I want no part. I'm quitting the
Frank
Gotham
is-
Knights.
look, I'm going on the assumption that I don't know,
No, Frank isn't.
and
gonna
also the
order-
assumption that I've already put
He-
Animal
he's got-
Companion as
He's
one of
giving,
my favorites.
he's giving Toby a choice.
Oh yeah, you're
Toby's-
doing alright. You're doing alright.
Toby's-
Frank. This-
Toby's looking back and forward between the two of them, and she's kind of like, come on, Rexy, come on, it's me, it's your." And like the dog just kind of looks back at Lay and moves towards him. But because you got an 8, that little girl starts crying her eyes out at that. They can hear that downstairs as well.
Play.
Does she not like that number?
Cruel.
No, she don't like an 8 at all. She don't like what you did.
That's cruel. Like.
So what are you
Give
gonna
her
do?
back- Give her back
Um,
her dog.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I'm more than happy for you to keep this dog, but you need to stop this kid from. You need to put this kid in a place.
fucking annihilate this. You know what? Fuck it. Kane is gonna give her the first
Please
degree.
do. Come
Yeah.
on, Kane.
Yeah, for the love of God. Alright, well, I only need one question, which is your character telling the truth?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That is not that kid is doing crocodile tears. Like not proper tears coming out of her eyes.
Okay, well, that makes
She didn't
this
know what the fuck that
that's
dog's
not
name
quite-
was. That is not a dog. So Kane, what do you do?
Well, okay. Lace.
Well, Kane's just
starts, like,
watching.
one
Kane is just Kane isn't. Hmm.
Kane, you're gonna have to indicate to these other two people what you know.
Okay, yeah. No, Kane like actually leans over to Frank and whispers in his ear, like,
Mhm.
"Not her. That's not her dog.
It isn't.
No. Dog doesn't.
Well then.
Dog isn't even looking over at her when she says Rex. It's meaningless gibberish to it.
Little
This kid's a
girl.
lying bitch. You can tell.
Little girl.
She's a
little
little cunt.
girl. Are you
So-
lying?
Wow, you're putting words in my mouth. Up to that point, Kane
I'm,
was
I'm
like,
putting
Kane
words in Kane's voice.
Yeah. No,
Kane was all about like, hey, up until he realized that it was all about, yeah, that's a dog fucking. You know
Right.
what? I still think the dog should go with the child.
I know.
Um,
Anyways, sorry, Frank, what are you saying?
Little girl, are you lying?
No, that's my dog. I'm telling you, it's my dog.
I wanna see if she lies.
Present
Fuck, alright.
photographic evidence of you with the dog.
Ooh.
No, I didn't actually fucking say that.
No, but Frank does.
Oh, great.
Why did I bring a photo of the dog with me?
Little girl, where's your parents?
yes, how did you get here?
I took a cab over from Crest Hill once I
Wait, that's
saw...
not a child. That's a bomb.
Paz, no.
and that's how it went. And the bomb goes off, and that's how Gotham Knights end.
I think finding you a dog is the least of your concerns. I think we might need better parents first.
I
Wow.
just want my dog back.
Well, it's not your dog, is it?
I think
Mate,
Kane's
well,
I think
I-
Kane is going to leave through the window. You look back at the corner where Kane was sitting, and he's just gone.
He's just
The window's
walking out
open.
of the building. I'm out.
He's just like, yeah, Kane has left this argument. You just hear a window open a crack, and Kane climbs out and takes the fire escape down.
Tell you what,
Actually,
man.
Lay pulls out a newspaper,
Yeah.
and it's got the picture of
Theo and Toby.
Theo and Toby. I assume both named.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's gonna show her that.
That's why I saw my dog. He took my dog.
I'm not sure about that. He was a great detective.
Ooh. Tell you what. Let's wrap this up. What's your roll a stat and kind of I don't know. Roll because you could roll might to kind of
Might,
like,
yeah, I punch her.
Oh, I was going to say to put your foot down and be like, we're not budging on this. This is
Yeah.
your dog. Or smooth or so. Maybe you could go into your mind palace and be like, I'm not listening to you.
I don't know, maybe smooth because I'm like, maybe I'll try and give her an alternative. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. Roll what you think is
I will
best.
be right back. Kane has
Go for it.
legitimately left the scene.
Oh,
Yeah. Look, there are plenty of dogs in the sea, as they say. There'll always be another dog. You see this one? This one is probably gonna die soon.
I don't know whether you can smell the tobacco wafting off him, but hasn't got long left.
This one is traumatized as well.
So you're saying that I can't have the dog back?
I'm sorry, but I don't believe it's your dog.
Okay. She wipes her face, and as she does that, it switches from waterworks to like a fucking frown of anger. She just looks at you and she says,
Bitch.
"Well, I tried to play nice with you, mister, but well, hell's coming for you now." And she just walks out the building. With that, that's it. Leaves you to it. I don't know. Do you want to? How do you want to react? Do you want to like, or like, whatever,
What's
or
that?
just sit with that information?
I kind of want to tell her.
Okay, roll hustle. See if you catch with her.
Okay.
Wow.
Mm.
I would say that you see her leaving the building, but you have no real idea where. Actually, no. You see her get into it. Oh, I'd say you what? I'm not going to say you catch her, but I am going to say you do see where she goes. Which she didn't get a taxi over to the office. In fact, there's a big old, not a stretch limo, but like a kind of a stretch-looking, quite a high-end sedan side office.
I'm back.
Welcome back. She gets into the back seat of it. You can see kind of a glamorous-looking blonde woman in the front seat. Big old
Oh wow!
hot glasses on, and like the kids explain to them, and the mum kind of looks back at you, and the car just peels off.
I should mention Snake.
Mm.
when I said to her that she isn't getting the dog, she looked at me and what did she say, James?
You'll have hell to pay, mister.
Nice. I can't believe that Kane is going to shoot an 8-year-old girl in the face.
But anyways, as you kind of walk back into the building, you do see a face that you do recognize, though, Lay. In fact, it's a face that everybody recognizes. It's Theo Grant.
Black Theo.
Black Theo.
Which
Yeah.
he doesn't
Sorry.
like the
Has
fact
he-
that I call him that, but you know.
Leo.
Has he been around since I've?
Yes, so well, this is the thing. I can you can be in on this investigation that he's currently there for, but I mean he's been kind of waiting for all the Gotham Knights to get back. In fact, he kind of
Kane just walks in through the front door because he climbed out the window. He's like, saw the kid left.
he particularly needs Kane because he knows that he's a guy who can get stuff done, essentially. But I will say that it can be up to you then, Ben. Do you want to have been already privy to this information, or do you want to be?
I mean,
mute?
I'll say that he doesn't know much about him, but like he came in once looking for the boys.
Hasn't told you
that
why
way.
he's there.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see you've hired people of color.
What?
the heck?
Yeah, we're turning the Gotham Knights into the North American Association for Colored People. Anyways, everybody, it's everybody's good old friend Theo Grant back again on the scene. You haven't seen him in episodes at this point. Audience is whooping and hollering, everyone's cheering, and he goes, "Guys, I got a pretty serious job for you this time." And then the audience goes, "Ooh, like that." So. Frank, Kane, I don't know. Do you want to say anything?
Well, Theo, it's been a while, wherever you are.
Yes, it has been a while, Frank. Where
yes,
you been?
God, yes, Frank, it's been a while.
The situation's gone to shit since we left. It's only been a few days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're fucking telling me, man. Listen, I'll tell you how bad things have gotten. And he produces a photograph, throws it onto the desk.
My God, is that a photograph?
It is. It's a Polaroid, and it's a pretty grim one, I will say. If there's anybody who might have any particular panic attacky stuff, turn the volume off now. But basically, it is a woman who's been strung up between washing lines between two buildings, hung kind of in a crucifix position while blood is running off her body.
Oh, it's like
My
a Danganronpa
God.
trial.
Oh my
This
god,
is
it's
my-
just like the opening of Persona 4.
My God, this reminds me of my ex-wife.
My god. I'm sad I didn't go with Deadly Premonition.
And he goes, "I've been trying to do some investigation while you guys are out of town, but I'm hitting a dead end. Well, I'm hitting a way that I need the Gotham Knights on this one, and Kane, I need you especially." And he pushes the picture over for you to guys to have a look, and he says, "It's Zaz. He's back in Gotham.
Yes. My
Zaz, baby."
My God, I remember him the last time we met him. He had an annoying gimmick where he would call different phones.
Yeah, and you had to keep bouncing the phone call.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, I will say then, yeah, so Frank Gibbs, you know who Victor says is one of the most notorious serial killers in Gotham City, who over the course of years used to taunt the police force by ringing them up and by sending them letters, mostly with photographs.
Really rude too.
Very rude, yeah. From what you know of
He
Victor
even
says,
sent them pictures, and it was dick pics.
well, mutilated penises.
Yes.
Actually, no. Victor says his particular thing is a killer of women, in particular white, blonde-haired, kind of angelic women, which the woman who is in this picture, that is very much her. But what I will say is, either Kane or Frank, or both if you want to, roll brains on this one.
Frank's
I
rolling
will.
brains.
Jeez. Big brains.
Kane, you didn't meet her. You didn't meet her yourself, but you did see her on the day. It's Pearl Abertree, the woman who gave information to Theo regarding the Mr. Freeze attack on the bodega. It was her and Gary and her young son Timothy who are out walking through Gotham on a wonderful sunny day, and there she is, strung up between two buildings, bleeding like a stuffed pig. And he kind of looks at you guys and shakes his head, and he's like, "Yep, you don't know how bad it has got in Gotham."
So, we ran into this woman before. Well, one of us did in previous investigation. Is she the only one?
I don't know. Frankly, that's why I'm here. Certainly I don't want her to be. As sad as it is to say, I want her to be the only. We need Zaz out of Gotham right now.
Damn straight.
And I don't.
We can't let a madman like this run around.
And he looks at Ken and goes, "I know
people.
I know how you work, man, and I know that some people, they don't like it, that they think that it's too violent. Personally, for a piece of shit like Zaz, he needs what's coming to him." He's tapping that picture of Zaz, and he kind of like pieces back and forth, and he's like, "So for the past so that picture was taken a couple of days. No, this picture was taken on Friday. You guys were out of town at the time, but apparently her husband was walking home from a day of work and saw her strung up between two buildings like that. Once the police were able to cut it down, they were able to figure out that from the lacerations and the way that she was hung, it could only have been Victor Zaz that did it. Of course, Zaz was somebody that they never managed to catch at the time. You know, he managed to evade Blackgate, he managed to evade Arkham. He lays low every few years, and then, like a cockroach, he comes out to feed. And well, poor Pearl, she was the next victim of his. Poor woman, she was meant to have moved she was meant to move to the suburbs like every other whitey in this city, but no, her and Gary decided to stick around and try and make a life for themselves. In fact, her poor father, old Archie Abertree, he had moved in not too long ago after his head had been bashed in at his job at the Pantheon Enterprises building, only to then lose his job the day later. So things were already pretty stressed for them to begin with. And now, well, there she is. And Gary, he's no idea where he's got to. And, well, Tim, he's just been left with her old elderly father. And, well, I'm not sure what's going to happen to them. So I think for her sake, we need to, well, we all need to pull in on this, and we need to put that son of a bitch down for good.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. Is everybody fired up on this? Apart from Lay. And he looks at Lay and he goes, "This is the reason why I didn't want to tell you why I kept coming back to the office, because, well, this isn't really something that you should be getting involved in, kid. I mean, you know, you can walk away from this now. You need to."
I'm uncomfortably familiar with this sort of thing, I'm afraid.
Interesting. Interesting that you should say so. But and he goes, "Well, I've done as much digging as I could, but like I said, I'm an ex-cape, so the closer I get to this, the more likely I am to put myself in danger." But he throws a bit of paper over the desk in front of you two and goes, "This is his last known whereabouts. I know it's a city block. I know it's a building block, but I'm sure if you guys, do the work, I'm sure you'll eventually, if you can't find him, I'm sure you can find where he's going to end up next. But like I said, I don't know how many white women he's killed in this city, and well, we need Pearl to be the last one of these. All right?"
Yep.
I agree.
Sounds good.
We can't let any beautiful, long, lumptuous woman bite the dust.
No, you do not.
I don't know. I think it's okay that they die now, so they never have to hear that.
Yeah, very true. Anyways, and kind of he's just sort of heading towards the door, and he's like I said, guys, I wouldn't have trusted anyone else with this. Certainly not the fucking GCPD. So, we're counting on you.
Wait. Oh yeah, I'm ex-GCPD.
Yeah, you are ex-GCPD. We're counting on you for this, all right? So, and with that, Babango, that's the big job that you've been given.
Now let's go with Squatters for Trump.
Squatters for Trump. This is
the fucking classic BioWare choice. It's the low-paying heroic job or the high-paying evil job.
Well, I don't know. I didn't want to do the job. I just wanted to check it out first, see the people squatting, and like
Yeah.
Well, hang on a
assess that
second.
situation.
What's the address? What's the building block that Zaz has been last seen in? Is it the same
Lower,
one?
it is Lower Kingston. It is within not walking distance, but it is within. It's nearer to where the office is than anything else. So
Okay, so without hiding it from Frank, like after he leaves, Kane just like says to Frank, "The way the city's going, you might want to put Zaz away, but we're not working like that right now." And like Kane just like reaches, pulls up one of the floorboards, and just produces a shotgun from under the floorboards.
What? How
Wait, so
long
it's
have you?
after Lay's left.
hold on.
Lay's still
How
there.
long-
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How long
Okay.
have you been
Oh, yeah?
hiding them there?
I've got some bad news for you.
Hmm.
There's no guns under the floorboard.
Oh.
Kane just starts like looking around on her.
Ah, yes. Sorry, I took them out to clean.
No, actually,
No, I know.
Lay, you have no idea that there was anything under there.
Yeah.
Someone's been looking into this office.
Somebody.
Why? What was supposed to be under there?
Guns.
Guns?
Christmas presents for you two. Now shut up. Yeah, they were meant to be guns. There was an M16 rifle and a shotty, two hotty. Funnily. But yeah, they've seem to have gone AWOL, which is
Hey.
suspicious.
Frank knocks on the wall. They're not in here.
I'll tell you what, though, Frank. Have you got any additional weapons on you?
Well,
I mean, you
yes.
do have a gun on your bedside table, so I imagine you got guns all over the
No,
place.
yeah. He has a gun on him. And
Do you want to
he
give Kane your
usually-
gun?
No, it's his gun.
No, that's my gun. You can't have that. Lay, do you know if anybody in your family has guns?
Actually,
You can say whatever you want.
Actually, he checks his drawer. He usually
I
keeps
mean-
a gun there, but it's
I
a
might know
really...
who to ask.
Frankie, do you want to roll? You can just do a straight. Actually, no. You're an ex-police. You're an ex-police officer, and you're weird. So roll 2d6 plus 2.
For the number of guns you have.
Fa-
He has
Ooh.
9 guns.
He has one gun, and it's a pretty. It's basically if he had got anything off of the higher than a 9, he would have had like a shotgun or like a fucking sword
in
or
the
something.
drawer.
For this, I will say that he has a pretty decent pistol in there. In fact, I will say just use whatever the stats were of your old handgun.
I have to
Oh,
look that up.
It's an antique pistol. I have.
It's one of your old. I was going to say one of your old service weapons, but it's actually one of your old antique pistol. 2 harm, close, loud, valuable.
Wow, it's
Yeah.
valuable. Nice.
Yeah, you can say it's that, but I was going to say it's one of your
Yeah, no,
old.
he is-
It's one of your old police guns, which you kept losing, and they kept giving you new ones, and they just kept turning up places after the fact.
Oh, they're like sock stuff.
Yeah. So
Yeah, no, Frank just said, "Here, but use this," and he just tosses it nonchalantly to Kane.
and
I don't think you're taking this quite seriously. Someone has been in here and knew that I had guns under the floorboards.
Oh, what do you say, dog?
Oh, do you want to do some dog shit to see if they can like sniff it out or what?
I could
Yeah.
get Toby. 'Cause
Okay.
I do have a move.
Go for it. All right.
Smooth. Yes. Your companion performs particularly well, happily, and they are not harmed or hindered.
Okay, yeah, he falls down that hole, but he's fine because he's a tiny dog. Yeah, I will say this much then. The dog gets the scent of something, but like he wouldn't be able to run to where that scent was. But what I will say is that if the culprit of who took those guns makes an appearance, that dog is going to light up immediately, and I will tell you
Okay.
why. So that's cool.
Yeah. I'm just glad rats didn't eat my shotgun.
Yeah, there's a really big fat rat in the corner. He just starts barking shotgun pellets at you.
This is starting to remind me more and more of Sam and Max.
It is a little bit like Sam and Max, isn't it?
Yeah, no,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
They have a rat like that, but yeah.
By the way, I forgot to explain to you. So I will say because it's a new day as well, you get your final check-in from Wayne Enterprises, although they kind of do it under an umbrella company, just so they don't show up in
It's called Nine Enterprises.
It's called Flundermouse Enterprises. But what I will say is with this money is that because I hate putting numbers on shit, what I will say about this money is just put like $4 signs
That
in your.
fucking is getting really annoying, by the way.
Yeah, I was about to say, Ben, your mic is fucking dying, but
Oh, what's wrong with my mic?
Scratchy as
it's
shit.
like crackling again.
Oh,
Pull it out, put it back in again.
hello.
You're coming through, but I don't know if you're still crackling.
Hello.
No, you're still crackling.
Oh, wait.
Okay. Speak a little bit more. Nope, still crackling.
Speaking.
Okay, you're speaking, but are you still crackling?
I don't know. Am I?
Okay, you're not
Not at the
crackling
moment.
currently. Okay, right. Put $4 signs in your inventory, and what I will basically say is that you have enough money that if you just want to buy small to normal things, that is absolutely fine. But if you want to buy something extravagant, I'll just make you roll for it, and if you get it, you can have it. And if you don't roll it, you can't. So there we go. And if you get to 7 to 9, you can have it, but at some sort of risk. So there we go. That is how we're going to deal with money now. And that'll be good.
I mean, we might get a big payday from Bruce Wayne soon.
Oh no, that is your big payday from Bruce Wayne, is to basically
Oh, we've
Cover-
got it.
cover business expenses for like most shit, but like not enough that you could close the business essentially.
Hmm.
Daily operational costs, electricity, gas, water, food, stuff like that. Never have to worry about this. Anyways, Ben has muted, so I think he's trying to fix his microphone.
I am here.
Okay,
Yeah.
but as a conversation then, so what do you guys want to investigate? First?
I say we must investigate SAS.
I would say so. SAS seems like a pretty pressing matter, especially.
Yeah. I'll. I do want to check out the squatters.
Okay, I will say the squatter spot is quite far out from where you are currently. So unless you want to split the party, which I would digress from doing, despite the fact that you do have a pager, and I will probably say that because of this Zaz stuff, that's probably going to take us up to 9 o'clock. So we'd have to do that next session if you want to investigate that.
All right.
Hmm.
So are we doing the squatters thing then? Or
Well, that's
what are
what I
we doing?
mean. You've pretty much got two options: is squatters or Zaz. So
SAS.
Zaz.
Yeah, Zaz is
Yeah.
the better option.
Yeah, we'll go.
Okay. But I was just going to say that if you did want to do the squatters first on your own lay, we could, but we would have to pick that up next session.
Nah, I think he understands it's more important.
Okay, cool. As you walk out of the building, though, Lay, guess who it is? It's your brother, Young Fu.
What?
Yeah. Oh, you two don't know about this, but yeah,
Brother.
Lay, you know this guy. He's been in your life for as long as you can remember. Or actually, Kazi, because he's... Is he younger than you or older than you?
Yeah, he's younger, I believe.
Okay, so he's been in your life for as long as you can remember. What do we remember about him? Well, he's a hotshot defense attorney. He's there in a beautiful blue blazer and slacks. He's got his black hair slicked back, and as he's walking into the room, he says, "Hey, bro, where you going?"
Oh, well, you see, these boys run a little company where they
Gotham Knight.
investigate crime, and I thought I'd join them.
Ah, yeah, you're the two guys who work upstairs. Hi, Young Fu, attorney at law. And he's shaking your hands.
I never liked attorneys, but Frank Gibbs, former Gotham policeman department.
Ah, Sergeant Frank Gibbs, I've heard a lot about you. You used to work on the police force, and you were there at the when the old Attorney General got splashed with acid, right?
Oh yes, Harvey was it?
Yeah, Harvey dead. Wow, a terrible thing that happened to him. Well,
I think
that's why they
Harvey
put
was
acid
alright.
guards up in the in the what the fuck do they call it? What do they, not a theater? Yeah, is it a theater? Right? When they
No,
do
seriously,
judge
is
shit.
he
You're
throwing a
talking about the
flower or something?
box now, where it's just where the
Yeah,
guy
that's
is
why they
standing
put
making-
glasses up in the box. And you're King Cod, right? I've seen you in the paper.
Okay.
Hey, well, I'm young Fu, attorney of law. Yeah, you might need to use me someday if you if you keep turning up in the papers, my man. But I'm just here to see mom and dad, okay? So, but if you have any troubles, just let me know, all right?
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. I'll see you guys soon. And he walks on over. I should probably say about Young, because he is an American defense attorney. He, unlike his brother, he made a he made a pretty serious thing of learning to speak American English, as you can probably tell.
Right.
So,
Mm.
I feel like I enjoyed that more than anybody else did, but that's okay.
Kane was just
Anyway,
getting
so let's
thrown
go.
by someone who's that loud.
I know. Either way, speaking of somebody who's loud and full of energy, now it's your time to investigate a serial killer. So let's do that, I guess. All right. So I guess you're just going straight to the address, right?
Yeah. Like
Okay, cool.
Start there.
So it's a pretty run-down part of Lower Kingston. It's in fact they're flats that are due to be demolished, but that was like back in the 1960s. But they've still been left up since then. So the entire thing's kind of left dilapidated. You know, windows have been replaced by wooden boards, and kind of just a sort of a haunted feeling around it. Despite the fact that it is still quite a bright and sunny September that you're in, this whole place seems to kind of have a grey scale over it. But, like, you know, the doors are smashed in, the entire foyer area is kind of like you've got free movement in there. A couple of winos in there, but they kind of sleep in during the daytime, so they wouldn't really cause you much trouble. But that is the building that you are at, the three of you. What would you like to do?
Did we get a photo of what Zaz looked like last anyone knew, or have we got no description to go on?
You don't have a picture of him, but you do. I will say that the two coppers have generally remember what he looks like.
Okay.
Which is a kind of a thin-faced, almost bony, bald guy, quite sunken eyes. But his most noticeable feature is that he cuts a line on his body for every kill that he has gotten. And, well, the guy's got quite a lot of lines on his body, is what I'll say.
Nice.
Bit of a weird beard.
He's a bit of an oddball, I'll say that much.
This guy's a freak.
This guy's fucking nuts.
Sick
yeah, well,
degenerate.
he's a fucking bastard. What would the three of you like to do?
Well, Kane is gonna basically, and first thing he's gonna do is just enter the building and just eye about.
Cool. All right, you head into the building, and what I will say is that because of the light that's streaming in, you kind of know your general layout of the place. There used to be an elevator here, but it is long since gone out. But they're pretty much using the emergency stairs to move upwards and downwards anyways. The whole thing is kind of filled with old newspapers and cardboard. People have kind of tried to turn it into a sort of a little housing thing in there. But there's no immediate rooms or whatever on the bottom floors. But there are people about.
Kane looks for any of them that appears sober.
There's a guy who's sort of like, who hasn't got a bottle in his hand, but he kind of seems like he's drifting in and out of sleepiness. He's got a blue cap on his head and a raggedy beard around his chin.
Okay, Kane walks over to him.
Okay. The guy... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
He kind of like crouches down in front of him. I imagine he's like laying against a wall or something.
Yeah, he's kind of sitting on the floor, laying against the wall. He's quite glassy-eyed, kind of a glassy-eyed look to him.
Hey.
The guy sort of like perks up a little bit as you say that.
I'm here looking for someone.
He puts a little cup up in front of him and he shakes it at you. The sound of loose change inside of it.
Kane puts a 5 in there.
Cool. All right, and and then he nods at you as you do that.
I don't say Victor Zaz. I just give the description of him, like lots of cuts, all that kind of stuff.
A bald head, that sort of thing. And he's kind of
Yeah.
like he looks sort of backwards and forwards, like because he knows who that guy is that you've described, and he sort of like he makes like a shush motion over his mouth, and then he points up to the roof and he says, "Eighth floor."
Kane nods, turns to his two compatriots.
Yeah. And I guess he just lets me know he's up on the 8th floor. And like I said, there is a stairway up to get there. So.
Up to the 8th.
Cool. Are you going first, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I think I should probably take the lead.
In that case, roll. Roll brains for me, please. Ooh.
That's good.
As you start to head up the stairs are creaking really loudly. Like this entire building is like I said, it could have been like a grand hotel or something back in the 1920s, but it is since in disrepair. And that noise just echoes and bounces all the way up to the top of the building. But nothing immediately wrong with that. There doesn't seem to have been any kind of like reaction to that, but you've kind of made yourselves announced from what you've done, essentially. That's it. Meanwhile, the other two, I suppose they kind of keep behind you, which
Yeah.
Okay. You slowly head on up, and who's in the back of this
Probably
train?
Lay.
Okay. Lay, as you start to head towards the 8th floor, roll brains to see if you notice anything on the way up.
Okay.
You do notice a little bit of disturbance by some of the doorways, a little bit of blood here and there. Potentially could have been from maybe a stab wound. It could have been maybe from a junkie trying to pull blood out while they were injecting something. But nothing immediately suspicious. But it does kind of make you wonder, well, has something happened here, and do you need to kind of be prepared for it? Which means that if you go into a fight, you might be able to get a +1 on that.
Okay.
That's fine. But you make your way up to the 8th floor, and you're presented with 7 doors on one side and 7 doors on another. So, how would you? So I guess the question is that I suppose, do you want to kind of work through them one by one, or do you want to kind of see which is the most likely room to be? Your call, guys.
I'm fine with whatever.
Yeah.
One's going to take time and one's going to take brain power. But
I'll take Frank is gonna take the one with brain power.
Frank, you're going to take lead on this. You pull out your gun and you're going to figure out which room he is in. So roll brains for us, please, Frank.
Why do I do this?
Why do you do this? It's more fun this way.
Ooh.
More fun.
Okay.
Okay, Frank getting the old instincts out.
Yeah, your police instincts are kicking back in. And what I will say is that because you got a 7 to 9, you don't narrow it down to one door, but you narrow it down to 2 doors that you're pretty sure what it is. And they are right at the bottom of the corridor. One on the left and one on the right. The one on the left you think it might be because the lock is undone. Essentially, maybe he broke into the room to kind of, protect himself. Meanwhile, the room on the right has some blood and scratches on the door frame, which may relate to, say, a scuffle, or maybe, in a fit of mania, he decided to kind of, come to the door or something. Very suspicious, essentially. But of the other doors that you checked, kind of looked at, either the locks were still intact, or the doors were just completely collapsed in, the rooms were gutted, essentially.
I'll take the one with the lock.
The unlock. So the bloody door or the unlocked door?
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm gonna take bloody. I think he won't be in the bloody door. I don't know why.
Okay.
So, Kane just thinks I should be the one who's confronts him face to face. So, Kane's instinct is that he wouldn't go in the one with blood because that would be too obvious. But we'll see whether or not Kane's instinct is right on that one. Hey, he's been uncaught for years. No matter how deranged he is, he has some wit about him.
No,
Can I
that's
maybe-
absolutely right.
Maybe you want to use Animal Companion again.
Ooh, oh, did you bring little Theo
Yeah.
with you, Toby? All right.
Maybe sniff out.
Oh, that's an idea. All right. Yeah, roll Animal Companion.
Nope.
No, the dog's just kind of like he gets off your arm and he kind of walks around and he sniffs a little bit and then he just kind of looks like he's retching. The smell of this place isn't very nice, unfortunately. So you're heading towards the unlocked door. Meanwhile, the other two, do you follow?
I'm going to the
Oh,
unlocked
Frank
door,
will.
yeah. I think one of us should, or I say to Frank that we should kick in the doors at the same time. He's probably in one of the two.
Lay's gonna cover the stairs.
Ooh, smart idea. Okay. Right, so Lay, you are watching the stairs at that point. You're watching to see if there's anybody moving in or out. Meanwhile, Kane, you put yourself ready to kick in the unlocked door. Meanwhile, I guess Frank, you're ready to kick in the not unlocked door. In which case, I will say, Kane, you will be able to do this absolutely fine. But I'm going to say that you'll probably want to time this together. 1, 2, 3. So, Sergeant Gibbs, please roll might, please. If you can.
Ooh.
Gibbs.
You.
Gibbs.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, roll might, please.
Nice.
Ooh. What I will say is then that, yeah, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And both of you kick both doors open at the same time. Kane, behind your door is nothing. It is a emptied room. In a relatively nice state, though, which is surprising. Maybe people have been using this to kind of live places. However, Kane, you kick the door. Frank, you kick your door in. And because you got a 7 to 9, the person behind the door has started to scurry away, essentially. They're trying to put some time between you. But before you do, what would you like to do with that information?
There's someone behind the door trying to scare it away.
Basically, you kick the door in, and a figure behind the door has moved out of the way, has darted.
Yeah, no. And he points a gun at them and just says, "Freeze!" So I shoot. Actually, no. You know what Frank's gonna do? He's gonna shoot like next to them.
Okay, roll smoke his ass then, please.
He's not trying to hit them. He's trying to like frighten
Spook
them.
them.
Yeah.
I get you.
Get them to.
And smoke his ass.
That's a hustle.
Ooh, okay. What I'll say is that the bullet does go off, but you don't hit anything. No, you don't hit anyone, but you do hit something, which is a boarded out window. And that lets some light bleed into the room, thus making it easier to see some stuff in front of you. If you want to scope out a scene with a +1, or if anybody wants to scope out, maybe Kane wants to do such.
I'm gonna imagine that Kane will like run over to that room.
Yeah, especially because you did hear that scurrying as well.
And
So,
now
like-
a gunshot.
Yes, exactly. So, scope out a scene if you would like to, please. I'll show you some stuff.
Should I do that, or do you want to do that?
Up to you,
You're-
Frank or
I
Kane.
think Frank. Oh, Frank's
Yeah.
already there.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
there. I'll do it.
Okay, you
Go
could help
on.
out if you wanted to if he gets a bad roll. But
Oh yeah, we'll see. See if
we'll
that's
see.
needed.
Let's see.
But this is gonna be awful.
Oh no, not even any
You can
sense
help
in
it out.
helping.
My
There are a couple of shapes in the room that you can't immediately kind of figure out. You would have to kind of move into sort of vicinity of them to see what they are. But knowing that there is a figure in this room, you aren't going to put yourself in danger doing so.
Damn you. Damn my old eyes.
So what I will say is that there's quite a large lump that's near the window. There's some old furniture as well, and there's no other. Well, there is a bathroom in there, which there is no door on it, but you would have to go into there to have a look inside. What would you like to do?
If Kane's
Frank,
charged in there, he's going to try and charge the figure.
Okay, you would need to roll brains to figure out where the figure went.
Okay. No.
You have no idea what this person has gone to. So you're gonna have to make your own decisions. Essentially, where do you want to go?
Oh, Kane just runs in. He's going to run to the bathroom.
Okay, you head into the dark then, into the bathroom, and you haven't got anything really to light yourself up, though, is the only problem. The thing is that even though there is now some light streaming into the other room, it is completely pitch black in this room. You can feel around to see if you can grab onto something, but I will say probably you might want to roll. You might want to roll some No, hustle wouldn't make any sense. Essentially, you'll just want to try and get a grab on something and figure out what you're holding onto. So I guess that'd be brains again, but with a -1 because you are literally blind in this situation.
7.
8. Oh, 7. Okay.
Oh, it does make a difference either way between 7 and 8.
You grab onto something large in front of you. It's a porcelain sink. And as you kind of feel around it, you feel a tap. Still works. You can kind of feel around further again. There's a mirror, but it's not reflecting anything currently. And as you kind of feel around the walls again, it's all kind of solid wall, but there's nothing in there apart from you. Meanwhile, Frank, what would you like to look at?
No, but Frank's just looking around, like seeing if there's something that can harm us in this room or something.
I'll tell you what then, roll. I don't know if I want. Actually, I'm gonna say, there's something in this room that does get your attention, though. Which is the large lump against the window. Which I will say, go towards it and roll brains to see what you get. And what I'll say is that on a 6, I will just up it to a 7 to 9. There we go. Don't even matter. Okay. You roll. You put your hands on this lump, and it is a human body.
Oh.
You feel around its arm, and it's quite a strong arm. It's not a woman's arm, which you would know, Frank, being the famous misogynist that you are. But it's not. It is a man. It is a strong man's arm, which is very suspicious. But I will say, roll it over, and then. I suppose. Yeah, roll it. Yeah, just roll it. If you.
So what do I roll?
This is what I'm trying to think, because essentially if you roll this body over, you're going to know exactly what it is. Actually, no, you know what? On a 7 to 9, what I'll say is that I'll tell you I'll tell you who this body is, and then we will see if there's any risk to knowing this information.
Okay.
Frank, you go over to that big lump on the floor, and you feel the arm, and it's a big, strong man's arm, and you roll it into the light, and it's Victor Zaz.
Oh my god.
Oh.
You feel around his arm, and it is his cuts. You look at his face, and it is a bald head with glassy eyes. But here's something very weird about it, though. His neck's been ripped out.
Oh, you need that.
Yeah, you do. But essentially, his throat is bloomed open like a rose on a summer's day. You can see arteries sticking out of it, bones, stuff like that. It's very weird. Kane, you notice something from the bathroom behind Frank. Roll brains to see if you can figure out what it is. It's Batman.
I know his like thing, but he's behind. What kind? How is he standing behind Kane? Behind Frank, rather.
He's
I will
standing
draw.
behind a
I will
lamp.
draw a picture from where you are. Okay, so here is the toilet room, which is now looking into this room. Okay, here's Frank bending over, having a look at the body, and then here's Batman, like behind him, sort of near the door that you came in through.
Well, we didn't see Batman when we were in that room, but then he's a master of stealth. He must have been up on like a gargoyle or something.
He's pretty smooth at that sort of
Yeah.
stuff.
I think Kane, that split-second decision just turns and sees that, and I mean, Kane probably doesn't know that he's looking at the corpse of Victor Zsasz. Like, he does not have that information.
Okay, that's fine.
So, Kane is like quickly gonna. This is not a good move to make against Batman. I don't think it would be in character for him to just shoot Batman because he doesn't consider him a criminal.
You know what?
To be
I
killed.
think considering the circumstances is absolutely. By the way, sorry, Lay, did you hear the first gunshot?
I mean, I'd assume.
Did he react to it?
I don't know if I think he'd still be covering the stairs.
Okay, that's absolutely fine then.
I think Kane's gonna go for a shot to the thigh.
Okay, roll smoke his ass then, please. Roll smoke Batman's ass.
This is a shot with intent to disable, which he'll miss. That's the Batman tax right there.
The bullet flies past his leg, and what I will say is that Frank, that gets your attention, and you look behind you.
Oh no!
And what I will say to you, Frank, is roll brains to see if you figure out who this is, but with a +1.
My God, it's Robin.
It's Batman.
Batman.
As he walks into the light to see you better. Oh no. Okay, okay, it is Batman. Well, it's a Batman.
Oh no, it's Man Bat.
Yeah, like more of a man, like more bat than mat. Yeah, like a man bat. He pulls a claw out on you. Frank, what do you want to do?
Frank is gonna try and dodge backward.
Okay, roll hustle, please.
What the? Batman, you're looking more bat than usual.
The creature raises its claw and throws it at you, but you do manage to bounce out of the way. But because it was on an 8, could I do using that
My
information?
suit.
What I will say is that you do stumble back a little bit, which means that you're probably going to have to get your composure if you want to make a move on him. And yeah, basically he's now moving towards you. But Kane, what do you want to do? Because you just heard Batman screech at
And
Frank.
make a swipe at him.
Yeah.
All right, that's all the justification Kane needs. Like, Kane's gonna exit the bathroom fully and just loose several shots, center mass.
Cool. Roll smoke his ass, then, please.
It's Batman. He's gone feral.
Fuck. All right.
He has
you
to
can
die.
That's not Batman. That's some kind of
So
man
I
bat.
now have it might be melee only. Let me check this. Oh no, it's only when I deliver a beatdown with intent to kill. It doesn't make my bullets stronger, which makes sense. This is
That's
too harm.
surprising. I'm surprised that he would do such a thing. Okay.
Well, you're surprised you're surprised it would do such a thing when.
Yeah, because it's Spirit of 77. I feel like there would be a feature for that. But
Whereas,
all right.
like, if I'm shooting with intent to kill, my bullets get stronger.
They get bigger. They just expand.
It only makes my melee stronger.
Okay. So what would you like to? Well, you do harm on him, and what else do you do?
No, it's on Smoker's ass. It's just damage. I don't gain anything else. 7 to
Even though
9
you got
is
it.
when-
Even though you got a 12. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, you just do
only
damage.
deliver a beatdown gives you them more
Okay.
options.
Right, you get a shot off on him in the shoulder, and because you got such a high number, fortunately, that has taken aggro off you, Frank, but is now put aggro on Kane.
Oh yeah, Frank just shot. That can't be Batman. That's a actual bat.
Lay, do you hear that?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, do you react to it?
No.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like covering the stairs should be his thing.
Okay, I'm gonna give you something then.
Okay.
Toby starts yapping, and now he's running down the hallway towards that room. What would you like to
Okay. Or he's gonna follow them.
do? Right. Kane, that creature is moving towards you, and then it disappears. This room is still very dark, is the problem. Like, you are very much shooting in the dark. The only bit of light that you've got is like a single beam of light that is pouring out over Victor Zaz's ripped out throat.
I'm gonna start ripping the boards off of the windows to let light in.
That is a good idea. Roll. In fact, that's a smart idea. So roll brains with a +1.
That's what I needed for a 10.
I will say that you don't get all the boards off, but you do get one. You do get like a whole window's worth off, which basically opens up a half of the room that you're in. Frank is still in a blackened part of the room. You're in a lit part of the room, and you can't immediately see the creature. However, from where you're, I will draw a little diagram of where you're standing. Okay, so Frank is over here, and you're over here by this window that you've managed to open up. This is where the bathroom was. So everything here is now in the light, and everything there is now in the dark. So there's only really two places that it could have gone. And I will say, because you got a 9, most likely the bathroom.
I got a 10.
Oh shit, I need it. Wait,
Yeah.
did you? Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
I give you plus.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Well, if you got a 10, then everything is lit up in this room, then apart from the bathroom. And I will continue to say, only one place it can be, really, in the bathroom.
Yeah, okay.
Hmm.
I wish I still had that M16s, because then I could just point the gun in there and just spray, but
That
as it
M16 was
stand-
very.
it would have been too good for...
Yeah, almost too used. But anyway, so I'm assuming you're heading towards that bathroom, yeah?
I have a plan.
Oh, tell me your plan.
So there's light now streaming in, except everywhere but the bathroom. Is there
Yes.
anything reflective in this room?
Tell you what, there is something that's reflective in this room. Unfortunately, it's in a place that it's in the bathroom. But I would, if you want to, roll brains to see if you find anything else that you can use.
Yeah, you see where I'm going with this. So
Yeah,
I'm
I do
gonna
see you going with this,
mirror
and this is
puzzle
clever.
this.
Ooh.
So that's a 9. Exact same.
Tell you what, if you smash one of the windows in, you could maybe use shards of glass. You could use maybe a big chunk of glass to reflect some
There
light.
we go. Yeah, I'll smash one of the windows, grab some glass.
You do it. I will say that because of the way that you did it, you didn't get a lot of glass because most of it fell out the window, but you do manage to grab a big chunk of it that you can use to reflect some light.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm assuming that you're heading over to the bath.
I head over to like the corner by the bathroom door and like angle the shard to reflect light in there.
Okay.
Poking around.
That creature is screaming as you do that. Probably sounds a little bit like he doesn't quite know what to do from there. Almost like he's dazzled from what you've done. Meanwhile, though, Toby's bouncing. He's ran into the room now. He's bouncing on his feet.
My god, wait, I just realized it's a vampire.
Oh my
I
god.
told you, it's not that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
but yeah, he's still in that bathroom at the moment.
And I'm just shining light on him and making him scream.
You're just torturing this Batman. Lay, you come into the room then at this point. No, Toby's bouncing around. Toby's moving towards the bathroom. What do you want to do?
I would like to try and Okay, he's gonna, because Toby's pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his accordion on him. He takes it everywhere.
Okay.
and he's gonna try and play a song to distract Toby. And I'm gonna roll the move.
Great. We get to see
God
some
of-
moves now.
God of Thunder.
Ooh.
If it's too loud, then they're too old, and it's time to use it to your advantage. When you play it on your instrument, turn up the volume and roll plus soul.
Okay.
And that's going to deafen people if it works.
Like us.
Well, it shouldn't. Oh.
Okay,
it's not
because
gonna
you
work.
rolled badly, that does deafen both Frank and Kane.
Now I'm screaming.
Yeah, they're disorientated now. And basically, between the light that was being beamed into the Batman's eyes and now that noise into his really oversensitive ears, he comes barreling out of that bathroom, screaming, pushing his arms backwards and forwards, claws swiping here and there. And he's doing it right towards you, Lay. So what would you like to do?
Essentially, get into a position where you can like stop him.
So so almost like you want to take a hit or get out of the way, I guess?
Yeah, basically barge into him as he's running towards me.
Okay, in that case, take a hit and roll strength. Please. Wow. Okay, on a 10
Nice.
plus, you will avoid harm completely. All right. Yeah, you use that giant accordion to push into this stretched out man bat as he's trying to swing his arms at you and he's trying to bite at you. But basically, that giant accordion has put leverage between the two of you. But you haven't got. Basically, you're holding him in place, but that's not going to last for long unless the other two want to help you out.
I will produce Mayhem's knife. Actually, Frank hasn't done anything in a while.
Frank,
Yeah.
do you want to do anything?
Yeah, no, Frank being, realizing this isn't a Batman, this is a man bat. He's gonna shoot this thing.
Awesome, bro. Smoke his ass, please.
Nice. Good thing he's doing it.
I'll tell you what, on a 14, what do you want to shoot him?
Frank being violent, but
You're gonna
He's a
He's a
shoot him in
lover
the
and a
nuts.
fighter.
he's gonna shoot him in the shoulder.
Okay,
The
cool.
other
Yeah,
shoulder. Damn.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say that. Yeah, you shoot him in the shoulder, and because of the harm that he's already kind of taken to there, that arm, like, basically it swings back, and like he is disabled for now. Like he's only really got one arm to, he's only really got one hand to fight with, as essentially the strength of that shot knocks him off the accordion as well and into the floor. And I will say, because of the position you're in, you get a better look of him, which he looks gross. He looks like a bat is trying to push its way out of a human-sized bag. Everything's torn to sunder, rips of clothes on him, suspicious looking, actually, but we'll get into that in a minute. But anyways, Kane, this guy's on the floor, Riverin. What do you want to do?
Shit. I'm gonna quickly look around for anything we can bind it with.
Ooh, roll brains, please.
I'm guessing Frank does Frank have handcuffs on him?
Sure.
I'll tell you what Frank does have if you roll well.
Okay.
Because Frank's not a smart guy. He doesn't always remember stuff.
No.
No.
No, you look around that room and there's nothing to hand that you could use to bind this guy.
Okay, plan B then, which is just like get on top of the thing and shoot out, like basically blow away his kneecaps.
Fuck. All right. If you're jumping on top of the thing, it sounds like you're putting yourself in danger. But if you roll smoke his ass anyways, and then he might make a move on you depending on his rolls. So, right, yeah, you shoot this thing in the leg, and it's screaming as you do such a thing. But because you're now piggybacking on it, even though its eyes are like burning out, it looks towards the window, and it's now basically charging towards it as a form of escape. What would you like to do?
We gotta stop this thing. Gotta grab it.
Just
Yeah.
grab this bitch.
Grab it by the
Just
legs.
all three of us just grab
Yeah,
this
do
thing.
all three of you want to grab this
Yeah,
guy?
let's go for it.
Yeah.
All right, everybody roll might then, please. Wow.
Dog pile. Frank gets knocked out the window.
Oh no!
That's not a bad idea. No, I won't. Okay. But basically, I will say that, yeah, so Lay and Kane, you grab onto this thing's. Oh, Kane, you're already on it. So basically, you're like putting your heels in the ground to try and like slow. Lay, you dog tackle on top of it and basically bring its torso to the floor. Unfortunately, Frank, by the time that happens, you kind of miss your window. You arc gracefully over it and then just slam into the wall. Like you have no grip on the thing at all, unfortunately. And I will say that because of where you land, you're in slashing distance of this thing. So what do you want to do?
I don't know, kick it in the face.
Oh, cool. Roll deliver. Roll might then to see if you can. Okay, I will say that because he's still in slashing distance. Basically, I'll give you two options, which is you can deal damage and you take damage, or you can try and disable it.
Wait, has he rolled yet?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
you rolled a 7.
Oh, hasn't updated for me yet. Okay.
Oh.
I'll try and disable it.
Okay. You basically kick this thing in you kick its arm against the wall so it can't slash at you, but you need to hold that arm in place essentially to stop it from wiggling free. This thing is pretty strong though, despite looking like it's like chewed out bubble gum. It is like trying to kick you three guys off. So what I will say is that what's your idea other than trying to lay on it to keep it in place?
Hit it. Whack it.
Okay, cool. Do you want to deliver it? Considering the situation that he's in, you can deliver a beatdown with a +1 then. Ooh.
That's a 10.
Wow, that is a 10. So you can deal damage to it. And what's essentially... Do you want to kill it or do you want to try and knock it out?
I think this thing needs to be studied. We need to know where it's coming from. This isn't like a dead shot situation in Kane's mind where it's like, okay, we got what we need, kill you. This is like, what the fuck is this? Someone who knows something needs to look at it. So, yeah, I'm basically... You know what? It's not quite disabled, but I want to say push, pull, otherwise move your target where you want them. I want to pull it back further into the room.
Okay. Yeah, you...
Like,
basically,
I'm hitting it and, like, dragging it back.
What I will say is then you elbow this thing in the head to dizzy it, and then in this weakened state, you basically put your arm around its neck and start pulling it back into the room with you. But it's still got some fight in it, unless Lay or maybe Frank wants to help out.
I could try and whack it over the head.
Yeah, use your accordion.
Smack it on the head with an accordion.
Yeah, your accordion's a heavy weapon, so...
Oh no.
Maybe too heavy.
I don't know whether to be mean or... Actually, you know what? Yeah, I am going to be mean. You do use your accordion to hit it, but by doing so, you have damaged your accordion and you need to go get it fixed.
It's already an old shitty accordion, so that's good.
Well, I mean, yeah, sorry, I can't delve into your backstory yet, but yeah, that accordion came from somebody very important very long ago. But yeah, dust blasts out of that thing as you try and conk it on the head, but it doesn't really seem to have done anything. Meanwhile, Frankie boy, is there anything you...
Yeah, no, Frank is gonna try and just keep kicking it in the face.
Okay, roll deliver a beatdown then, please, with a +1 because he's currently bound by Kane.
10.
Wow! Tell you what, then. What are two things that you want to? Well, you're going to deal with damage to it, but is there anything else you want to do to it as well?
Kick a teeth out.
Well, sweet, the list.
Oh, sorry. You good? I wanna fucking disable the target.
You're going to do that, and because you got a 10, something amazing happens. All that adrenaline that's been building in your body, like for the past 40 odd years, that you haven't really had a chance to use, suddenly activates in you as you take a running kick and you leap off the ground and you deliver a beautiful roundhouse kick to this bat's head and knock it out cold. and then land in a beautiful 3-point pose on the floor, and then get up, fix your hair, and then, yeah, that's the situation you're in, essentially. Everyone's very impressed by what you've done.
I did it. Oh, my legs.
Kane, you need to now change your bond back to what it was before, which is,
I
well,
can't
maybe this
remember what
guy
it
is a
was.
legend of the Force because
I
of
need
that.
to understand why, but I think I would
Yeah.
understand why.
You now yeah, there we go. You get some XP for that. This thing is out cold as it hits the floor, and basically you are now left in a room with a man bat and a dead Zaz.
Damn.
Well, Theo's gonna be happy about that.
Hmm.
I thought he was. Oh, that was my fear voice. Damn. Oops.
Whoops. Oh, by the way, Toby bounces onto that bat and starts like nibbling on it.
So he's not like yapping at it as if it was the person who stole the guns. I assume
No.
it wasn't. Okay.
No.
Kane looks at Frank and says, "We should probably call the police about this."
Yes, let's.
You want to do any investigation on it before you do?
Yeah, have a poke through the thing. Like, I'm guessing it's not wearing clothes as such.
It is, actually. It's got
Okay.
a pair of ruined bottoms on, which has some protruding pockets on it. And also, so I'll tell you what, roll brains, and a 6 I will bump up to a 7 to 9, considering the situation that you got him in.
Damn.
Wow, okay. You put your hand in his pocket and you pull out a wallet. You start to go through it. And what I will tell you find in that wallet is a ID for a... What was the name of the man? Fuck. Gary Abertree.
Gary, you cunt.
And his credentials for Wayne Bioengineering on it. You also find some loose change in there, a picture of him, his wife, and his newborn son, and other accoutrements. You also find an empty syringe in there, which also has the name Wayne Bioengineering printed on the side.
Maybe we shouldn't call the police.
Maybe you should.
Maybe we should call the Wayne.
It depends. What? Up to you. It's your call, guys. But this is a solid place to end if we want to get into investigative stuff next time.
I do have that direct line to, the butler.
Alfie, yeah.
To Alfred,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that I gotta go in 5.
Okay.
But I'm guessing, so the
yeah.
three of you look over this body and, well, what do you decide to do with it, essentially? Like, leave it or bring it with
Throw
you?
it out the building.
We're gonna bring it with us. And we're gonna load it in Frank's car.
It's the thing, if this is injection, maybe he'll revert given time, so...
That's true.
For now,
Do
we
you
should bind him and roll him up in carpet or something, I don't know.
Yeah, I will say that you get a better chance to have a look around this room. I'll tell you what, though, and this was something I was going to give you if you had got a better roll. You could use Zaz's clothes to bind his arms and legs if you wanted to. You could maybe take a jacket and just kind of bound his arms and bound his feet, so he's not going.
Okay, yeah. Let's take this guy out of here and then call the police on the body of Victor Zaz.
Good idea.
We'll leave before the police turn up. We'll leave it as a nice little tip.
Yes. You put that creature in the back of Frank's car to sleep it off, and the three of you look at each other and you, what the fuck is that thing? And we end our session there. It's a pretty nice place to end it, I think. So, I guess I will ask, Lay, what are your thingamabobble? Because you're new to this adventure.
Oh yeah, I don't have bonds.
Do you have a buzz, though?
I do.
Well, what is your buzz?
Redemption.
And explain that to us.
It's hard to overcome the mistakes of the past, especially the big ones. Gain experience when you take steps to put the things right.
Nice. I would say you're helping the community out, so I would say this counts. So roll, get one extra for that.
I'll take it because he decided to do this instead of possibly going to deal with Squad, which would have been less heroic.
Yeah, he would have just went to go make prawn crackers downstairs otherwise, which wouldn't have been very heroic. Although you probably could have got XP for that if that was your buzz. But never mind. Frank, what is your buzz?
My buzz is showing. What was it again? Redemption.
Oh, you got redemption as well. Oh, nice.
Oh.
Basically, show that you've still got it, even though you're no longer on the police force. I
Yeah.
would say, considering what's that? Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's no. Good. Also, this is Frank's bond with Lei.
He's a new kid in the group. I got to show him how we do things and manners.
Oh.
I like it.
Oh,
Yeah,
got
Frank,
these
take some XP for this because you have managed to find Victor Zaz and also apprehended whatever the hell this thing is. Gary Abertree, apparently.
Yeah.
Kane, your buzz.
My buzz in a world gone mad. Kane Colt is looking for payback. Confront Batman. Not actually.
You confronted a Batman.
I mean, if we're bending the literal meaning of the word, I'm not sure he actually did because he was like, he didn't kill Zaz himself. He just looked into it.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess he, in a weird sense, because of his confrontation with Bruce, he is going against Bruce and unknowingly Batman's wishes. I don't know how much that should count. He's like, because it was essentially Batman himself saying, "Stay out of this business. It's too dangerous for you," and just literally telling him to his face, "Look, you think this doesn't concern us, but it kind of do at this point."
Well, exactly. I mean, if Bruce Wayne had a fucking head on him, he'd realize that they've now involved themselves in it anyways. So.
Whereas, like, they were involved from moment one, and it's turning back now. Don't fucking do shit.
Yeah. I will say because you're getting shit done that Batman would, and I'd take XP for that. Batman isn't getting involved in this Zaz
I have a
shit.
question.
Go for
Does
it.
anyone have anything specific with Frank?
I was gonna go into my bonds in a sec.
Yeah. Can you
So-
just do that real quick because I'm gonna have to actually head off.
Okay.
I know. Okay, right. Let's Frank Bond.
Alright, so my old one. Frank is old-fashioned. His law no longer works. I'll have to make him see that. That is now... Frank is willing to step into danger he doesn't understand in pursuit of justice. I have no idea if it's bravery and duty or his usual stupidity, but if he's coming along for this, he'll have to accept how I work.
He did pull a gun out. I would say he gets some XP for that.
He didn't shoot to kill though, and he
I
he's
suppose
used a
that's
gun
true.
before anyway. It's just like, knowing that criminals gonna have to die now. This city can no longer contain them, so
No XP.
Anywho, guys, I'm gonna actually have to scoot off.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Did you get XP for making new bonds?
No.
Okay.
Only if they're active, right? Okay. Bye, sweet. I don't know. Maybe if you've made the bomb, but then it has actually
there are
happened in game.
rules on it. I think it has to do with both players accepting a new bond in some circumstance.
Right. What was the bond that you had written with Frank?
Oh no, I haven't written anything yet.
Oh, okay.
I do have one with Lei, but it's very basic. It's just the starting one, which is I don't get Lei's interest in working with us. I'll have to work out why.
Okay.
I put my one for Kane because
Yeah,
I kind of already knew.
you haven't seen my methods as being brutal yet. All I've done is elbow a creature and KO it to the ground.
I know, but
You were too rough with that literal Batman.
I don't know what to say though, because he hasn't got agreed on either of you.
Kane's
So I feel
method
like
is-
that future proofing.
Basically, the only thing you know about him is what they wrote about him in the papers, which then ended up being not right because.
Yeah, actually, from best you know about me is that at some point, even with redaction, at some point I was fingered as a guy
he's
involved in a
suspicious of you.
massacre.
Suspicious seems fine then. Okay, so Kane's methods are too brutal. Perhaps I can guide him the same way I was guided in the past. The only thing is that nobody knows how you were guided in the past yet. So
Yeah, no one has to know.
That's true. We don't have to know for the purposes of that bond. Only he has to.
yes, that is true.
That's fair. I don't know what to put for Frank though.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it? Because it's kind of. Well, I mean, because you don't know Frank's incompetent because they don't write about that. In fact, you think Frank's pretty good because he runs a business that's really popular at the moment. So,
I guess I don't know.
You two, were you two able to bond over denying that little girl a dog?
We will continue to make children's miserable across Gotham City.
I'll
Every
try
time
to
you do that, you
follow-
get XP.
I'll try and follow in his footsteps. There we go.
Okay, that
Frank's
seems
alright. I'll try and
seems
follow
alright.
in his footsteps. I don't know. That's probably going to change when he learns some things.
Frank is a respected member of the community. I will try to follow in his footsteps. There we go. All right.
There's much I can learn from Frank.
Frank could be my master, my sensei, even. But, like,
Oh,
not because I'm
that might be a
Chinese.
bit racist.
I would love for Frank to go from senpai to sensei.
I would like him to go from Chan to Kun. To Kunt.
I'd like him to go from cum to cunt.
Oh, no. He's a little bit country.
If I ever go to Japan, I will, I will give people the opposite of a prefix. Suffix.
A
I'll give
postfix.
people the suffix cunt, and they won't think it's cute. In fact, I'll be kicked out of the country.
They'll kick you out of the whole of Japan.
Get the fuck out of Nippon right now.
They'll take you to the shoreline and just kick you into the water like they've thrown you out of a club. You have to swim home.
They didn't kick out Logan Paul, so I'll have to work harder.
Well, they didn't figure out Logan Paul because they didn't know what he was up to until he uploaded the video.
Oh, have you seen any of the videos? He was like making an ass of
Oh
himself.
yeah, he
in
was
the
being a
fish
piece
market.
of shit. Like he was going around just like screaming at people.
Yeah, and he like just stole fish from the fish market and left it on a guy's car.
What a dick.
Yeah, what a piece of shit.
And you're telling me that he's one of those popular YouTubers?
Oh yeah, he's a big one.
Wow.
He's
big and
weird
what
bringing up
hacker.
the KSI Logan fight. Fucking get together.
Didn't you see that Logan Paul was like, I want to fight Conor McGregor next? And it's like, I kind of
Fucking
want it to
go
happen
ahead.
just so he fucking dies in the ring.
I would love it, yeah. I let his overconfidence lead him to that even though he'll
Yeah.
make fucking billions as he does so.
Well, at least he'll pay for his fucking medical expenses, I suppose.
I'm gonna stop recording on that.
Good idea. Goodbye.